The last time on the wilds of Valandiir, the Crown Collectors, having found their missing crewmate, Maeven, and found her well, so to speak, definitely in higher standings than she's found herself before as some kind of ruler or person of note in this fiery plane that they found her in. As obviously she is relieved to see her friends and eager to get back to the material plane, she decided to try to talk her way out of her new role in this place by offering a chance to earn her departure amicably. The denizens of this fire realm, the Noda, a small red-skinned pig people, they kind of offered her a final battle, as was her station as the Death Priestess, or Angnar in their language. They rolled out the red carpet, and as this arena that they're all going to watch you fight this creature in was filled with this community's citizens, you all found yourselves at the business end of a giant fiery crab lobster monstrosity. It descended into the center of the pit, and you immediately went to work. You landed some pretty decent blows, blew a couple of chunks off of its hard, rocky, fiery carapace, and that is where we find ourselves right now. We're going to hop right back into battle, so if y'all want to move to your map. I believe it is... We're just going to go with the turn order that we left it in, so it is Axton's turn. You are kind of right near the front of this creature's maw. What would you like to do, Axton? You're right here.
We're all trying to find ourselves.
Yep.
I guess I'll start making my spikes and try to hopefully hit it.
Right on.
Am I flanking somebody by chance?
Let me see. I don't think so, but I'll check. No, you're kind of in its space, too. I don't mind if you do that because you can be considered under it because it's long king crab-like legs, kind of suspended about 10 feet in the air. It is gargantuan, by the way. This thing is five cubes by 5 cubes, in case you can't see that. As a matter of fact, why don't I do this? I'm going to pull it out of the arena for just a moment and put a square around its body so that you guys know exactly where its space is. But I will allow you guys to share space as you are all shorter than its torso. So if you wanted to flank, obviously you're just going to have to do 180 degrees from where you are in its cube or outside of it, just like normal. All right.
Yeah, once I see the cube, I'll see if I can move to get it.
Okay. Do this. Okay. And then I'm going to combine these two into one thingy. Group. Okay. Everybody see that? There we go. Okay, cool. I'm just going to put him right back where he was. Which I think was right here? Yeah, no, it's right. Okay. Go.
Okay, so the practically no punches spots. Suppose I could try to move to right here, and I just need to be right here.
Yeah, this would be Maeven. But if you wanted to flank, I will say you'll have to at least be on the outer cubes of its space. And yeah, there's nobody that's on an opposite side, really.
Okay, so I guess I could try to get to the...
Okay. Just give me an athletics check, because you're going to have to climb up on that wall if you want to get there. I think that's fair.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure yet.
Yeah, and also everybody keep in mind that there is open lava on the ground. So if you cross over it, I just need acrobatics or athletics checks to jump, because it's about 5 feet at its narrowest. And if you end your turn in there, it would be very bad.
My athletics is 11.
11. That's going to be just shy of what you need to climb up there. So go ahead and park yourself down one square. Yeah.
Oh well, no thank you.
Yes, you did.
That's probably looking a bit slow.
Your precision, right?
Precision.
16 does not hit, unfortunately. It's much more hardy than that, unfortunately, yeah. 18 does hit.
I could be wrong, but I think we determined its AC was 20 last session.
Yeah, but that was until you guys blew a big chunk of its armor off, which lowered its its AC.
Oh, okay.
It's a self-cooking crab meat in there.
Oh.
Well, because of that, I'm going to use my trip attack.
This cannot be tripped. Unfortunately.
It is a big-ass crab monster.
Is it immune to prone or something?
Yeah, it's just too big.
It's too big, and it's got like 6 legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another 8 damage on top of the 15 damage.
Okay. Right on. Okay. I will do that. Yeah, you know what? I would say how many legs does a crab? This is this magic crab. It's got 6 pairs of legs and its claws because it's awesome.
Yeah, if you look at the picture, it looks like it has 8 legs plus the pincers, so 10.
All right. Let's see. What am I doing? Oh, I'm rolling. I wanted to use online dice today.
Ooh.
-1. There we go. Okay, let's see if it's wise. Not really. 15. That was a pretty good roll too. For a -1. Okay, it's frightened.
My bonus action.
Okie dokie. Who's next? Maven, you are next. Kravish on deck.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna hit it twice with my quarterstaff.
All right. Which quarterstaff are you using? I think you grabbed your little spear, right? Or you grabbed the new one?
The new one. 26 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, of course, 1 for damage. So 6 points of damage. And then 22.
Just go back and cast Sanctuary on myself.
Yeah, that's all right. Just just so we don't step on each other, why don't we do that stuff? She's not going to get the end hit here. Let's just do that stuff between turns. All right. No, it's okay. So you've got Sanctuary. You cannot be hit, right? That's how that works. Sanctuary. There we go. All right, you're good. So Maven, you hit for 6 points. Okay, what else?
And then I rolled a 12 to hit for the second one, but I should still have inspiration. So that would be a D8, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Did you?
And
Yeah, I think he beefed it up. That's right.
Love that. So 12 plus 14 is going to be 26 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
And 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Just remind me, is there anything special about that quarterstaff you have?
I think that it does extra fire damage, but everything has been immune to fire so far. So I wouldn't know that.
Okay. Just want to make sure that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, okay.
And then we'll spend a key point to go into patient defense.
Okay.
Which is the dodge action, and that'll be my turn.
Okie doke. Kurvish, you are next, and Yuno's on deck.
Let's see here. I don't think I can playing at a song
Why not?
You might get him to talk about himself.
Yeah. You seem stressed. Would you like to talk about it?
No, he wants to sing about himself. Never mind.
Oh, yeah. Keeping on that thing.
Yeah.
Or you could try to seduce the crab monster.
Yeah.
I could, but I ain't that kind of bard. Alright, I'm just gonna try to poke him with Anthem's Edge.
Okay.
Action. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Very good. I am going to also with that hit put a second level divine smite in that.
All right.
So that will be an additional 3d8. It's not a fiend, I'm assuming.
It is not a fiend.
Okay. That'll be an additional 3d8 of damage. So first off, it's a piercing damage.
Okay.
Points of additional radiant just from Anthem's Edge. And then for my radiant damage, an additional 21.
Wow. Monster attack.
And then for my bonus action, I am going to look back towards Maeven. And I'm going to say, we've got this. We're going to make it out of here. And I'm going to give her another Bardic Inspiration, just a standard D8.
Okay.
And thus endeth my turn.
Yeah, you're kind of standing directly under its carapace as its giant legs are digging into the dirt all around you for about 20 feet in every direction, and it's kicking up dust and dirt, and you just kind of like right underneath it, avoiding its belly when it kind of dips a little bit so it doesn't smack you on the head because you're pretty tall. You just kind of pull out Anthem's Edge, and you all see as he jams it into this thing's underbelly, this surge of light just forces itself through his body, up the blade, and into this creature's kind of torso. And you see, those of you who are in the arena around him, you see a little fleck of light burst through the top of the creature's back. And with that, it is Yuno's turn.
I'm going to start by casting Blight.
All
so
right.
he's got to make a con save. DC 17.
All right. Con is pretty good. Not great, but pretty good. And that's a 6.
So he's going to take 37 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. Yeah, you see his chitinous exoskeleton sort of shrink wrap a little bit around his frame as he kind of withers slightly with this crackling energy coming from Yuno.
And then I'm going to Misty Step the F out of Giant Crab Monster's way, and then I'm going to move another 15 feet further away from the Giant Fire Crab Monster.
All right, you are sufficiently on the other side of the map.
And that'll end my turn.
Okay. All right. Koza and Baranor. What are you doing, Koza?
I am going to cast... Hang on one second. I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on it.
All right, that's going to be a whiz save on my part, I think.
Nope, Dex save.
Dex save. Oh, Dex save. Hey, he's got decent Dex. Not as good as his con. Wow, I'm rolling
Not good enough,
terribly.
apparently.
I am rolling terribly today.
It's a D8.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
No, sorry, it's 2D8, sorry.
Woe is us.
So that's 4 points of radiant damage. And then... Let's see, what can I do? And then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
All right. Bump up your AC a little bit.
Yep.
Okay. It's a good... There's got to be a shield, readily on here. Let's see.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you?
No, there is. There's a couple here. I'll use that one. Okay.
Cool.
No, not that one. I'll
end.
use this one. Okay.
That will end my turn.
All right, Baranor, you're up next.
Alright, I will move 20 feet over to here,
Okay.
and then I will strike this crab monster with my Copus.
Okay.
First attack. Ooh, that's gonna miss. Okay. Second attack. Hey, that makes up for it.
All right, and that's a natural 20. Slicey, slicey.
So you need to make a DC 15 con save
Okay.
as the Copus works its magic.
Uh-huh. You do that voodoo.
And
Oh my god. He fails.
okay, so its HP is cut in half.
It is. You see this
And then-
thing just reacts to this strike from your blade, and like a black crackling energy of haze and little veins race across its body, and you actually see it kind of collapse on top of Kravish just for a moment, and before pushing itself back up on its legs, and it's going to spin around to you. That really rocked it.
Okay, and then I do. Crap. How do we do the? I always hate when it actually crits on here because then we have to figure out. So I rolled a 2 first and then a 6 second. So I'm doubling the 2.
It looks like you rolled a 7.
Right, but it was 2 plus 5.
So the 7 doubles, or I guess if the 2 rolls, I guess the you always double the dice and then add the mod. So it'd be 4 plus 5, yeah.
So 9 damage.
Okay.
9 necrotic, and then I'm going to bonus action disengage and move. Where's a good spot? 10 feet that way.
Okay.
And that'll
do
be
you
my turn.
still need this thing? Oh, there we go. Noah, I want to remind you that you've got a moonbeam over here.
I had that broadcast to others off. I don't know how you saw that, but okay. Maybe you can see it.
Maybe I can see it, yeah.
Is moonbeam
Right.
concentration?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Hang on.
So I think if you put Shield of Faith up, you're going to have to drop it.
Yeah, I think he's right.
Okay. I'll let you retroactively...
we'll retcon that.
Okay, you want to keep the moonbeam up? All right.
Yes.
That is then my turn.
Let me see. Let me see if I can move it on my... Let's see.
Yeah, if you get a bonus action movement on it, I'll let you do it.
It's an action.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's an action to move it after that?
Yeah.
After you've already cast it?
It says on each of your turns after you cast a spell, you can use an action to move the beam up to 60 feet in any direction.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot more powerful than a spiritual weapon, so they kind of restrict its movement a little bit more than that.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
You got to balance stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know these things when you're a king, you know?
I know, but it's also a higher level spell than the spiritual weapon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the second.
Yeah.
Oh, they're both second. Never mind.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Ignore me.
It is... I will never ignore you.
Okay.
It's impossible. All right.
Aw.
It is the fire crab monster's turn. He doesn't have anybody on him, so he is going to make a flying leap. However, this will give Axton, Kravish, Koza, and Maeven.
Point of order, before he takes his turn, he's got to make 2 wisdom saves because both...
let me turn those back on for me.
Flitty fairies.
That's right.
And they do attack.
Okay, I turned those off last game so I didn't have to see it because it gets in the way, but I want to see where... Yeah, it crosses over. Okay, 2 wisdom saves coming up. And then he's going to jump, and all 4 of you are going to get an opportunity to attack. So I sense a lot of damage coming. Bloop. 12. Not great. That's for Axton's. This one's going to be for Kervish's. And even worse. All right, go ahead and roll that damage, boys.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
That's right. It's so nice to be able to talk, and you guys can answer me right away.
No.
Yeah.
Spirit guardian. Barry, this is for your spirit guardians.
Yeah, but for my opportunity attack.
Yeah, he's op attacking as well.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I have to roll my
15 points of radiant. Also, remember his movement speed is halved.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
Joe, you need me.
because of the other flitty fairies? Because if there's 2 spiritual weapons going, does not spiritual weapons?
Spirit guardians. That'd be a BM call.
What is going on? What is happening?
Because there's 2 spirit guardian things with lovers.
Mm-hmm.
The speed is half for one. Or did that be the used half for the next one?
No. Nope.
And how much damage is the
3d8.
3d8.
Axton also critted, so you need to make a con save for the bleeding thing.
That's true. Yeah, this thing is just all messed up. I'm so glad I augmented its hit points last week.
So I 6 with Radiant with his Splitty Fairies.
All right, 15 and 6.
Yeah.
Okay, he hit with his weapon. Kravish, you get to strike at him.
Oh, with an op attack, right?
Uh-huh, and so does Koza. Maven hit for 6 damage.
I'm going to use Inspiration to roll that again with advantage.
Okay.
Even worse. All right, so didn't hit.
Okay, so the bleeding damage does not crit.
No, I know that, but I don't know how to get rid of the...
Oh, okay. That's fine. So I will take...
Oh, it's a hit.
Finally.
Okay.
It's 4 points, but still.
Yeah, it still counts. So that's 4, 6, 15. And how is this damage calculated? Because I'm about to roll my con save. It says 12 plus 10. What exactly does that mean? Oh, I see.
That's like
I see. So, yeah, you're going to be doubling the... Oh, crap. I lost it.
That's already done.
Okay. 12 plus 5, right? All right. And 4 from Noah. And Kurish, yeah, you just didn't hit it, did you? That's too bad. All right. Okay, as this thing leaps up into the air, you all just see it kind of readying, its joints buckling and readying itself to jump up into the air. You all slash and hack and smash into it. As it leaps, it's going to move not too far away, right here on its turn. And you see it's going to take its action, and you see it roll its carapace over, so it's like kind of facing up, and it actually rolls into this lava that's on the ground here. And then rights itself really fast, and it's going to spray you all with magmic rock. I need everybody to make a dex save, please.
Oh, no.
Everyone?
Yeah, everybody. It's going to reach every corner of this arena.
All right. Dex save.
20.
Nice.
Got to beat a 13. Dirty 20, 22, 18, 20, 17 for Koza, and I'm waiting on one from Barry. There's a 9. All right. Everybody passed but Barry, so everybody takes half except Axton, and that's going to be 3d8 damage. All right, you all get sprayed with 15 points of fire damage. Those of you who pass, go ahead and take half, which would be 7.
And then with those with fire resistance, would take half of that.
Correct.
So 3.
And you notice that the fire on top of its torso is being fed from this layer of lava on its back. Okie doke. That's its turn. Axton, you are first. Top of the round.
Can I get two?
Yeah, sure. Of course.
Would that be flanking?
It certainly would. 28. That's definitely a hit. Slashing, bleeding. He is still bleeding. Oh, I should probably give him a status for that, shouldn't I? Why is it drifting? It's drifting.
Oh. I forgot a status of the Copus. At the end of the creature's turn, he also needs to make another con save, or his HP gets halved again.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm trying to figure out why the heck it did that. No, it's okay. Okay, this is fine there. This is good there. Yes, there 1.
For me, the
Okay.
squares could go down.
Yeah, I don't know why it was drift. I was moving one thing and it was making the other one drift. So, whatever. Yeah, so you just did it again. God damn it. Oh well, we know where it is.
But you can ignore the bleeding resistance there. Or unless you want to take that out, the bleed damage that it takes at the end of its turn.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. I got to make a con save for Baranor. Boop. Con save. Why did it do... Oh, it did
Why-
3. No. Let's try that again.
All of those are failures, actually.
22.
That passes. Okay. So he's no longer affected by the blight.
Okay. But he is bleeding.
Yeah.
For some reason, when I have a shape over it, it won't let me use affected statuses, so whatever. And hold on, I need to also make a wisdom save to make sure he's not afraid of you anymore.
No, he's no longer afraid at the end of my turn.
Okay. All right.
And I make my last attack.
Okay, doke.
Another 28.
28 hits. 14 damage. Yeah, he's starting to look real shaky on his legs. That Copus attack, the blight, the all of it. You guys have really kind of rocked this thing. It's starting to really kind of. You see your like squeaks and pops coming from its joints, like it's having trouble moving around.
And again, bonus actions.
Okie doke. All right, Maeven, you're up.
Okie dokie artichoke. I am going to. That's me. Yeah, that one's me. Is this big circly vent thing like do not touch kind of situation?
Don't know. Nobody has really stepped over it or anything like that. There's a moonbeam on it currently, or no, there was. That thing's dropped. I gotta get rid of that.
Okay.
That's it, though.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna move right there, and then I'm gonna take 2 swings at it with the quarterstaff.
Okay.
19 to hit.
19 does not hit. Unfortunately, its AC went back up.
Gotcha.
Just remember, you still have Bardic Inspiration.
I do, and
If
it's a
you
D8
wish to
this
use it.
time. As you know, why not? Or else I will forget. So, 21 to hit.
21 does hit.
Awesome. Woo woo. Yay! I didn't roll a 1 this time. 8 points of damage.
Okay, doke.
And then 28 to hit.
That hits.
And 13 points of damage.
Kaboom! As you hit
And
it, your staff cracks a kind of spider web crack across its carapace. Doesn't really shatter any pieces away, but you definitely kind of rupture a portion of its shoulder blade.
And then, once again, I'll take the, I'm very tired. Spend a key point to take the dodge action as a bonus action, and then that'll be my turn.
Okay. Kravish and Yuno.
All
What's up,
right.
Kravish?
What's up, Kravish? All right, I'm going to take a little bit of a different tactic this go around, and I am going to cast a vicious mockery.
Ooh.
Just to let him know that I have seen, I've eaten some food tougher than you. And so now he has to make a wisdom save. DC 16.
Which he got a 9.
Okay, so he takes 1d4 psychic damage and has disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Okie doke.
He takes a whole point of psychic damage. But he has disadvantage on his next attack.
You just kind of pull out your water skin and just kind of fling it on him, and one of his little flames goes out. It's enough to make him momentarily sad.
Mm-hmm. I am going to...
What? Air out?
I'm going to use a little bit of movement just to see if I can... Okay. And then for my bonus action...
Favorite Disney villain ever, by the way.
Yeah.
I
mean, say what you will about James Woods, but he played that character to perfection.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a Jafar person.
Okay.
Jafar is a
respect.
badass.
He is awesome.
I'm more Scar.
Yeah, I mean, as far as voice actors go, Scar is top notch.
Oh, I mean, nobody beats Jeremy Irons. Not even Jeremy Irons beats Jeremy Irons.
Well, with one exception. Halfway through his song, he switches to Winnie the Pooh, so...
Oh, that's right. I had the feeling because he strained his voice.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So I am not going to take a bonus action. I'm going to roll a turn. And that does end up my turn.
All right. Yuno is next with Kosa on deck.
I'm just going to cast Fly on myself. And
All
go
right,
60
how high? 60 feet in the air. After about halfway, he will get an opportunity of attack on you. You still want to do it?
I mean, he can try.
Okay. One of his legs kind of rises up out of the lava, and as you start to lift up, he's going to swipe at you with his burning lava leg. And I get...
Disadvantage.
Yep, I got it. Boom and boom. All right, one's a 12, one's a 23, so the 12 does not hit.
Correct.
What a terrible roll. God. Okay, you said 60 feet in the air?
Yep.
I wonder if there's a way for me to denote that. I don't know if I can denote something like that. But I'm gonna look.
Well, if you do like if you click on yourself and you fill in one of the bubbles, I think you can, like probably the blue bubble, just put a 20 in or 60 in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, save. Can you guys see that?
We can't.
Okay.
Well, like,
I can see it.
You can see 60? Okay. If you click his little guy, you can see a 60 in there?
We can't.
That sucks.
Well, look.
Okay, well, I can do that.
well, let's see.
It's okay.
I've got it all under visible. Oh, here we go. Visible to everyone. Let's do that. How about now? Anyway, it doesn't matter. What else are you doing?
Do 60. Do 60 out of 60. like how mine is.
No, but if I click his little guy, I can see 60 in the bubble, so that's all I need.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Koza, you're up.
Alrighty. I think there was a misunderstanding. I wanted to retro that I didn't cast Shield of Faith because it drops my Moonbeam.
Yeah. You wanted
Okay,
Moonbeam to
okay.
stay.
That's fine. Let me fix that. Take that away. We'll draw you a new Moonbeam. Ellipse. Nice pale blue.
Because I was going to move it on my turn anyway.
If you can, yeah. I think... I don't know. Remember if we had trouble with that.
I'm just going to put it right there.
Okay.
So he has to, I think, make a con save. Let me see.
On your Moonbeam.
On my Moonbeam.
Then it would be a
Yeah, he's got to make a con save.
He's a cowman, right?
Kind
My
of?
Moonbeam.
Ooh. That's 7.
So he takes full damage. So that's
Wow, you guys are lucky today. Big time. Everyone's rolling good. I'm rolling terrible.
Don't jinx it now.
I figure if I say it enough, it'll jinx it and reverse it.
Yeah. That's 17 points of radiant damage.
But... All right, he's really not looking great, guys. That Moonbeam really kind of tore into his carapace and blasted apart a couple of chunks. Not as big as that first attack at the beginning, but he's definitely looking really rough right now.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to pick up a nearby rock and cast Magic Stone and throw it at him.
All right.
Nice boulder.
So
That's a nice boulder.
That's an attack on my end.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a D20 plus 3.
I got a Blight Copus. I have an enchanted rapier. I got a rock.
I don't suppose a 9 hits, does it?
No, it does not.
Didn't think so.
I mean, it does. It does. It just glances right off. It just kind of like when you throw it, it's almost like you're throwing it at a solid brick wall. It just kind of goes ding, 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 ding.
A little snowball that Anya threw against big old marshmallow. Just that.
Yeah. All right. Baranor, you're next.
Okay. I don't have very far to go. I'm going to move up to him and swipe at him with the copes.
Okay.
First attack. Crit again.
Wow.
I am loving rolling on D20 or D&D Beyond versus the D20.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's going to be, another 9 points of necrotic damage. But he has to make a 15 con save.
Yay. I finally win one.
Yay. Okay. Second strike. Not as good. Okay. Alright, then I will bonus action disengage.
Okie dokie.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I'll stay relatively close. Right there. And that'll be my turn.
All right, that was a disengage, right?
Yes, that was a disengage.
Disengage. Okay. All right. It is the crab monster's turn. Do I have to roll wisdom for those spirit guardians on the beginning or the end?
Beginning.
All right. That's a 7. So, Barry, you definitely are in his sphere of physicality. So you and Kravish go ahead and roll. If I fail this next one. Oh, 14? Kravish, does that fail or pass?
Fail.
All right, both of you go ahead and roll full Spirit Guardian damage.
He also has to make another con save against my moonbeam.
All right.
And he also has to take 4 more damage, or 1d6 damage.
Is that at the beginning or the end of his turn?
All right.
That's a 19 for the moonbeam.
Yeah, he passes. He takes half damage. So he takes 6 damage.
All right. No, that would be 7.
Or 7, yeah.
I don't
Yep.
see it in the description that I have on my weapon.
Bleeder.
Radiant from Axton, 16 radiant from me, 7 radiant from Noah.
Yeah, it doesn't say. It doesn't say exactly. So if it doesn't say, we'll count it at the end or at the beginning.
Yeah, it'd be better at the
Okay.
end of the turn to give him a chance to fool.
Yeah.
He has,
That's
to,
what
he
I'm
has to
going-
do a medicine check. He has to do a medicine check to get it to stop, right?
That's
Yeah,
right.
So it would be at the end of his turn if he used it.
Right. Which
Okay, I thought it was like
he
an action or
has.
something.
He has an intelligence of 3, so don't count on that.
Well, to use a medicine check.
All right.
I'm
Remember,
pretty sure he doesn't want to do that.
and also
Uh,
remember his first attack will be at disadvantage.
Yes, it will, and that one is coming down hard onto Maeven. He's going to have
He already
4.
had
Okay, I know. Yep, I'm aware of the disadvantage of the attack.
No, I think he already had his disadvantage attack, or did you hit him with another vicious mop?
Can't really attack anyone, though.
Well, he
Counter attack.
opportunity attacked
Oh, right.
So that would have been at disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah.
which it was. So his he's going to take 4 attacks with his claws.
Jesus.
Two of them at Maeven, 2 of them at Kravish. Well, he hasn't. To be fair, this guy really hasn't done a standard attack on his action yet.
Yeah.
He's been doing leaps and bounds and throwing lava everywhere, and so that's going to be 2 on Maeven.
With disadvantage because I have patient defense.
Yeah. All right. So this will be the first one. So if 17 does not hit you, right?
No, it does not.
All right. And here does this.
Wearing
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. I was saying, wearing a t-shirt, she has better AC than most of us.
Is that disadvantage on the first attack or any attack?
Let me check to make sure, but I think it's any.
Yeah.
I think it's all attacks because it's a dodge action. Just says take the dodge action.
Any attack. Okay.
Any attack, yeah.
All right. So this one is also going to be at Maeven. This is at disadvantage. That's a 17 again, which is a failure. All right. On to Kravish. And this is the first attack. Not great. That's a 19.
That is my AC.
All right. And here is the second attack. That one's considerably better.
Yep. I am
All right,
though gonna use
Kravish.
reaction. I am going to use a reaction though to cast slippery barbs for the second attack.
All right. I will re-roll that. That's better.
Arg. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you tried.
I did.
All right. All right. You are going to take for your first attack 16 points of bludgeoning damage. For your second attack, 11 points of bludgeoning damage. And you also take 5 points of fire damage, halved on your resistance.
Okay. Well, status update. Kravish is pretty fucked up right now.
I don't mean to laugh at your misery, I'm sorry. That's going to end his turn, though. Does anything happen at the end of his turn? For those of you with things
bleeding.
going on.
Yeah, it takes 1d6 bleeding damage.
Make
Yeah.
the contact, keep my flitty fairies up.
Yeah. That's a pass. 3 points.
I also need to make a concentration. You did damage me earlier with that 15. I also need to make sure that
14's good. That's good. Good. Okay. And speaking of you, Axton, you are next.
Is he too far out for me to get my flanking now?
No, he's on the opposite side of the creature's
I wasn't sure if he's
square.
out of its reach, or if he's still considered threatening it, or he's not.
No, you're here, and Yuno is here, which is the complete opposite side. So you're flanking.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I wasn't sure
Yep.
if you're taking him as like the 3D model because he puts the feet up. If it's out of his range.
Nah, this thing's almost dead. I don't care. It's been a long week, and I'm feeling generous.
I'm hoping for 19.
No, 19 does not.
And that 19 won't hit that.
Nope. Dang. Well, that explains it. You're all the way over here, and the edge of the creature is right here. You can't hit it.
Also, one of those spindly legs that's over in his direction.
Yep.
I think that will end my turn.
All right. Swing and a miss. Happens to the best of us. Maven, you're next.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Pravish, you said that you're fairly injured.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty jacked up.
I will use healing word to heal.
Thank you.
All right.
4 plus 5. So 9 HP.
Hey, it all helps. Thank you.
That's right. All right, Maven.
Okay, so
Do your worst.
Two more swipes with the quarterstaff. 22 to hit,
That hits.
and that'll be 11 points of damage.
All right.
And then 12 to hit, so that's probably not going to hit.
12 does not hit. However, on your first strike, you notice that your quarterstaff, being that it's spiked and like kind of you've kind of whittled the end into a spear, stuck this red skull on the front of it. As you kind of smash it with your quarterstaff, its entire cranium just kind of cracks under your strike, and you see its eyes sort of like buckle and turn inward. How would you like to do this?
Yay!
Woo woo! So I just want to like swing the staff spear thing up over my head and come down with as much force as I can muster. Just like a straight over the head swing.
Bam! You come tunneling down and just carve straight through its face, and it just completely buckles. Its legs fold inward. Nobody's underneath it, thank God. And it just falls into this little lava that's flowing out of this skeletal statue kind of carved into the wall, and just starts to sink and get absorbed and boil and roil, and you just see its legs start to like slide towards this little river that's also kind of taking up a third of the arena, and just starts to sizzle, crackle, hiss, pop, and stop moving. It is dead. The arena goes wild. Row! Row! Angnar! 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 And you hear the cacophony of the revelry of this arena just sort of remind you instantly of the Ellington Classic, if not a more guttural, primitive, primeval version of it. The crowd sort of moves in and sort of jumps into the crowd. I have to ask, Kravish, do you consider these people to be an enemy?
No.
No, okay. They fly harmlessly into your spirit guardians, and they grab Maeven. Maeven, as they go to grab you, do you react in any way?
I just want to try to avoid being like grappled at all.
Okay. Well, they're gonna grab your arms. You see them grab your legs, and it looks like they're starting to hoist you up. I just want to give you a chance to react because you're not exactly impaired right now, but in about a half a second they're going to start lifting you into the air.
Okay, no, I would like to try to not do that if at all possible.
Okay, go ahead and make a. Let's see here. This is awkward for you. You're not used to being the center of attention. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving. Okay. Perfect time for a natural 1 for 4.
Okay, so you weren't ready for this at all. You're not exactly a fan of being kind of the center of attention. So they grab you, and you're kind of awkward with it. So as they're trying to lift you, you're kind of like pushing on their face and sort of slapping them out of the way. And it takes a minute before you realize what they're doing. They're hoisting you into the air, and they're kind of climbing on each other, forming this huge Nodin pyramid and pushing you to the top of it. And you find yourself about 30 feet in the air, which is about half the distance from where Yuno is right now. And you just hear everybody shouting your name, Angnar, Angnar, Angnar. And we're going to cut to a few minutes. Go ahead. I'll let you react.
I would like to awkwardly wave.
Yeah.
And look for any escape route.
I mean, you see one straight down.
Doing like the Queen's wave, like the cup hand.
Yes, exactly.
We're all over here going, don't mind us.
Let's see here. It's 10 minutes later, and we find ourselves in the back of Maeven's kind of quarters at the arena. Sundancer, the large pearlescent luck dragon-looking drake that has befriended Maeven in the past few weeks, is waiting for you. He got to see everything. His little cage has a perfect view of the arena, and he just kind of nuzzles up on you as you kind of unwrap the bandages from your hands, kind of protecting your hands from the heat. And this is where we find ourselves. You're all kind of taking a moment. I will say that if anybody wants to convert this to a short rest, I would allow that.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Are you hurt like bad over there?
Thanks to that heal, I was at about a third. Now I'm just under 50%.
Oof.
Yeah. I mean, that's not bad.
So, yes, I think I will go ahead and take a short rest.
All right. Does anybody else wish to do anything during the short rest? It's not going to be for the full hour. I'm going to still allow a short rest, even though it's probably like 20, 30 minutes. As kind of the crowd dies down, you've made your way down to your little area, and you're just kind of chilling out here for a moment, enjoying the revelry of the victory you guys just had over this lobster monster.
I think I'm good.
See everybody rolling dice. It's all right. And after, unless you guys want to do or say anything, there's a retinue of the Vicus and his guards that you see approaching. It's kind of, now mind you, this kind of little sanctuary you guys are in that Maeven has sort of been issued as the Angnar. There's a ramp that leads from the ground floor down into this subterranean kind of cavern, and you can all hear the clinks and clanks of armor, and you spin, and you see the Vicus and his usual guard and retinue following him. Let's see here. Is Tongues a concentration spell?
Yes. No, it's long since gone. I'd have to recast it.
Okay. All right, so he's going to just kind of look at you and go, aus schauen swash.
I respectfully kind of stop, and actually, if I saw or heard them coming, and I know they're coming, I would think to have the presence of mind at the end there to go ahead and cast Tongues.
Okay. All right, yeah, you hear them. He gets a couple of syllables out before your spell takes effect, until you eventually kind of click in, almost like waking up from a nap while someone's talking to you. It doesn't make sense quite at first. Eventually, he kind of settles into coherence. We wish to congratulate the Angnar and her party. It's going to be a real hard time without you. We shall have to find someone to take your place, which no one ever could. We would like you to have this as a parting gift. And you see him, he kind of reaches into a chest that somebody produces. The chest is kind of neat looking. It looks like it's made of like magmic rock with little glowing trim of red and brass hinges. And they open the top of this chest, and inside what looks like a bed of soot, he pulls out just like a glowing red rock.
Yeah,
I will reach out to take it.
Yeah, it instantly burns your hand. So you're going to take 3 points of fire damage as they hold this thing out to you. It smells like sulfur and salt, and it begins to really, really burn your hand again. What would you like to do with it?
I would like to try to keep a hold of it and try to figure out what the hell it is.
Okay, give me a con save.
Okay. Con save. 6.
6, yeah. That's not good enough.
No.
You're going to take another 3 points of fire damage. And he just kind of looks at you, and you're about even with him. He's pretty tall for a Nodin, so he's about eye to eye with you. And he looks at all of you, and he puts a hand on your shoulder, and he says, "This is a shard of the heart of Noda. When in doubt of your own worth, look to this stone." And you notice that everyone around him just sort of like swell with emotion. There's a couple of the Nodin guard who kind of wipe a little tear from their eye. "We're going to miss you, Angnar."
And I am relaying this to the friend.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Trying to be as diplomatic as humanly possible.
Sure.
Just not a diplomat. Yeah.
Well, fortunately, you're saying this through the filter of a bard.
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah. They spend a couple minutes kind of congratulating you and wishing you well and asking if you need anything on your way home. They're going to warn you that there is often a dust storm that kicks up this time of day if you're going to be traversing back to the what he calls the Scarlands, which is where the portal to be. Yeah, and they're just kind of bid you all adieu, take their leave, and you see them instantly turn around and starting to speak about who are we going to get to replace the Angnar. I think Steve is probably pretty good. We could ask him tomorrow.
Before they leave, I'd like to collect my units.
Oh, yeah. What was that, 300 or something?
I bet 255 copper on this win.
All right. Were there odds attached to that?
Let me see if I wrote them down.
I'm looking at my notes. No, I think it was just 1 for 1. 250 copper? You now have 500 copper.
I'm pretty sure that they were fairly positive that the crab was going to, I think it was 10 to 1.
Oh, yeah, you think so, huh?
Yeah, let's go back and listen and see.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I'll do it on the break.
Sure.
We'll call it 500 for now, or 2,500 if you're right. So you can kind of put that in parentheses.
Yeah, but do they give him copper, or do they give him the metal that's their currency?
We'll say they give it to him in copper.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a bet made in the arena, and copper is very, very, very valuable to them.
Okay, just check.
Yeah. I mean, there's really no difference. You'd have to spend the next 20 minutes finding somebody to convert their stuff into copper. I don't think you really want to do that. No. It's okay. I'll hit you on the meticulousness during your long rests with camp supplies.
I'll probably pay for himself.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys are kind of on your own recognizance. Nobody seems to be harassing you. As a matter of fact, as you kind of watch the Vicus and his retinue leave, you notice that there's a couple of guards at the top of that entrance ramp that just kind of keep the rabble at bay. What would you all like to do?
Do we need to get supplies before we head out, or what do we need to do?
Do we want to wait out the dust storm?
Oh yeah, probably need to wait out the store, but I'm saying before we go. I mean, we got here fine. I mean, we were kind of dehydrated on the way, so maybe packing some water with us.
Okay.
Although we have someone who can create water, apparently, so.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yes, I have one spell slot left and I can create or destroy one.
I'll make sure also that, we still have packed our winter clothing because when we jump back in, we're in the middle of a snowstorm.
Yes.
That is correct. Does flight last longer than 10 minutes?
No, it's 10 minutes.
Okay. All right. We'll say that's dissipated by now. I didn't know if it was an hour or something.
I still have like 400 of these coins that I need to use. So we could go figure out something to buy.
What are you doing with their, we're going to call it the Heart of the Noda, this large football-sized magmic rock?
I have no idea.
Well, you've smartened up and put it down. You will notice that the light emanating from it is kind of a fuchsia or a mauve kind of color. It's not exactly yellow or orange or red. It's very odd. It's not naturally, doesn't look like a natural fire.
Well, I suggest we identify it, and if it doesn't really do anything useful, then we can sell it.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to do that, though.
I don't know if we can sell it here.
Not here.
Obviously,
Definitely not
when
here.
we get back.
Sell them their own key to the city. That would. I don't think they would like that. Here we present to you this trophy. Thanks. You turn around. How much for this trophy?
Thank you for saving our town. Here's the family heirloom sword. The stats aren't great on it.
Stats are great.
Yeah.
Probably get 20 gold for this.
Yeah.
Guess I'll just throw it into my sack.
Yeah.
Well, Sundancer seems eager to be unchained, and
Maybe we can try to find some kind of container for this heart. I mean, after it's identified, maybe we can find some sort of like a stone container or something.
Would it burn through a bag of holding?
I
mean, it's in a pocket dimension, right?
Yes, but the pocket dimension is physical and can be ripped or cut.
But can it be burned?
Yeah, I would say it can be burned as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I would say a bag of holding is at best waterproof.
Yeah.
But not damage proof, no.
Okay. Speaking of Sundancer, how are we going to manage him once we get back to the material plane?
Carefully.
What do you mean?
I mean, once we get back to the material plane, I can give you my ring, and you can put him in there when we're not, when he is at a time where it wouldn't be prudent to have a flaming dragon around.
Dragon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could polymorph him into something else.
Yeah, but
we can get him through.
But you'd have to keep doing that, though. I'm saying, like, what's going to be more conspicuous, a wolf in the material plane or a flaming dragon horse?
Oh, I'm just saying to get him back to the material plane.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to put a damper on your parade here, but it's a willing beast companion that goes in the ring, not a dragon. Yeah, I did write that specifically.
Okay. Well, never mind.
To be fair.
Oh, yeah, one or low. Yeah, okay. Okay.
I mean, in all fairness, who's going to try to steal the freaking dragon?
Yeah.
And like, who's gonna stop us from just marching a dragon wherever we want?
I mean, that's a fair point.
It
Let's
is a
not
fair
find
point.
out the answer, though.
Yeah, he's
let's not.
considered
Yeah, I'd
considered
rather not get
large.
kicked out of any cities anymore.
He's considered
He has a
large,
tiny
which
baby.
is a about the size of a horse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have some degree of communication with him?
Yeah.
So-
We can, like, telepathically communicate.
Okay.
I don't know
well,
if he's done it with anybody else, but I know that he can with me.
Okay. Well, then maybe you can kind of relay to him, some of the concerns and some of the possible ideas we're floating around.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
while we're at it, because I've watched you like wince in pain with all of the fire stuff. You see me, I stand up and I come up to you and I go, Maeven, as I see this Sundancer seems to be very important for you, and I care about your safety. So I am going to hand off to you the gem of fire resistance.
Aww.
I actually
Alright.
take the necklace off, and then I'm like, oh, damn, it's hot. And then I place it around your neck. So I am giving that to you. It does require attunement,
Okay.
but it will give you resistance to fire damage.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay.
As you take the necklace off and de-attune from it, I'm going to need a con save from you there, Kravish.
13.
13. You take 2 points of fire damage. And yeah, you instantly break into a flop sweat, and it's almost like your breathing gets taken from you momentarily as the protection of this gem leaves you and is bestowed upon Maeven. As soon as you hold this gem, it doesn't feel like it's taking full effect yet, but all of a sudden it feels like somebody just opened up a cool window and let the air in for a moment. You can finally feel like you can breathe again. There's almost a slight breeze that washes over your face, and as you look at Sundancer, he just kind of looks at you and cocks his head. In your head, you kind of hear, "What's up, Mom?"
Okay, so I'll then try to explain to him in, like, the most basic, way possible that we're gonna be leaving, and I really
Where are we
want him to
going?
come with me. We're gonna go to where I'm from, which is the material plane. And
Wow.
we're gonna go on adventures and stuff. And you're gonna come with me, right?
Of course I'm gonna come with you. Will we have to fight people?
Sometimes, hopefully not like I have been here, but sometimes we will.
He kind of looks around and looks at your friends and looks back at you. Okay, but as long as I get to fight with you.
Of course, honey.
Yay!
Of course.
Adventures! And he's gonna sneak his way not between your legs because he's far too big for that. But he's gonna nuzzle from behind you and flip you onto his shoulders.
Yeah.
And he's gonna take off into the air. You see these flaps open up from right behind his shoulders, and these jets of flame shoot out from these holes behind his arms, and you all see this creature leap into the air and take off like a jet engine. Streaking across the sky. Maeven, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Awesome. Okay, my saving throws have been so great. 14?
14's enough. You barely hold on. You're just able to kind of grasp the little shoots of white fur from between his plates of scales and horns on his back, and just barely hanging on as you're kind of screaming through the air. The fire seems to not hurt your hands at all as it's really, really close to your arms, and you finally streaks across the sky. You're all just kind of like taken aback by this. And he races across the horizon through the little village huts and stuff, and then bloops up in the air and lands safely and softly on the soil once again.
I didn't know you could do that, buddy. And I'll give him scritchies. Where his neck and his head meet.
Yeah, he kind of closes his eyes and leans into the scratches. And you notice that as you touch him, your hands no longer hurt.
Just complete and utter relief overtakes me.
Okay, what's next, folks? You're kind of on the outskirts of the arena at this point. You have the marketplace to your left, or the open wilds leading back to the Scarlands to your right.
Is the sandstorm dissipated, or is it still going on?
You don't really... you don't see a lot of activity. You see kind of... The sky is really hazy. It's a little windy. It looks like it either just ended or may not have really picked up yet. But it's still kind of midday at this point, and it seems like they made it clear that this is something that happens in the afternoon, maybe evening.
Okay.
Rest here still, or do we want to get going?
We need to find something for the rock.
Oh, for the rock, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'd like to go to the market to find some sort of containment for the heart of Noda.
Okay. So here they have, obviously, being that fire is something they deal with on the regular, the materials that they make for, bins, boxes, chests, things like that are made of a sturdier material designed to withstand the fires of their own natural elemental plane of existence. So you're going to find that a box that looked a little similar to the chest that they presented this into, although it's a little smaller. It's about the same size as this stone, which, like I said, it's about double the size of your hand. It looks like about the size of a small football. You're going to be able to find a decent container that will just hold it, with kind of like little glowing seams along these little stone boards that make up the geography of this box. For we'll call it 20 silver worth of copper. What is that? 200 copper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not terribly expensive, as this is a rather common item here.
Okay. And does that translate straight to the whatever the money they have here is?
They accept the noted coins. They also accept copper too.
Okay, cool. I don't have any copper on me, so excuse me. So is it just like straight 200 of those also?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they'll take either or.
So I'll give them that, and then we'll put the big rock thing into the box, and then figure out a way to carry it around.
Yeah, the box is about the size of like a shoebox, so not too big.
We could probably bind the box closed, and we could probably put that in the bag of holding.
I mean, it's got a little clasp. It's not like a cheap cardboard box. It's got a little bit of craftsmanship to it. Looks like it's designed to maybe, hold little bits and bobs from, whatever you have in your home. It's just made of a unique magmic-like material that is very slightly warm to the touch. And it's got a little clasp that kind of keeps it shut. Looks like it'll probably hold without being jostled open.
Okay. So, like I said, we'd probably put that in the bag of holding with less risk of damage to it.
Yep. Shoot.
But can we figure out what the heck this is? Or are you like during some of this downtime? Can you identify this gem? I mean, I am assuming it has magical properties.
I don't know. Nobody's detected magic yet. Looks like might be muted.
I may be able to identify it. Let me just double check.
Yes, detect magic. It's not an issue.
Yeah, it's definitely magical. It gives off a slow, rhythmic pulse that looks like it's perhaps some kind of abjuration magic.
I'm going to pull out the wand of identify.
Okay. All right, yeah, you tap on the stone. It's very warm as in your presence. It's like being in, touching distance of a bed of coals. It gives off a very warm, radiant kind of heat in this kind of this fuchsia-like color, this kind of red-purple brightness that pulses out from it. And you feel invigorated, you feel inspired, you feel really good about yourself all of a sudden. You feel like you could kind of do anything that you wanted. And
any different from any other day.
yeah. And you feel powerful, you feel relieved, you feel rested. It's kind of all hits you at once. And you get the feeling that this is a very special gem of it has a way of protecting and giving a little bit of vitalization. So what I'll say is, if somebody wants to write this, that it's a one use only, and then the gem becomes inert, but it radiates probability and protection. Everyone within a 30-foot radius that is considered an ally of whoever activates it. Everyone in a 30-foot radius gets advantage on their next attack. And for 1 minute, everyone's armor class is increased by 2. It also assigns 15 temporary hit points.
Oh wow!
You'll lose that after a long rest, and consequently, it will also cure 1 condition or disease from anyone in that sphere.
For any one creature in that sphere, right? Not for everybody.
Oh no! Anybody in that sphere will have 1 condition or disease cured.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a very powerful relic. It's just you can only use it once, and it does not require attunement. And as per usual, I will put that magic card in the chat at some point. And that's all it does.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry.
Only.
That's it.
Guys, we found the cure for cancer.
And it fits very nicely in the bag of holding.
Nice.
No problem.
I want to get water.
Yes.
Well, you have water at your hovel. You also have a number of gifts there that I don't think you've collected.
Yeah, I want to make sure to get all that stuff.
Yeah.
We have plenty of food and water. If we wanted to use some spells, I think it's level 2 spells. I have 2 level 2 spells to create food and water, and I also have create water.
Okay. Yeah, everybody's water skins can get filled with sustenance.
Oh, we want to sell the excess to the people here.
The noted.
Sell the excess. This
because
may be the
Enterprising.
first for D&D history of selling water.
Well, we might not be able to make much, I don't know.
I'm into it. No, we'll find out. I'm into it.
You guys, you heard that? It's the comedian. I can't remember his name, but he's like talking about how the French sell Americans bottled water because we're so stupid.
And they call it
It's like they will
Evian,
buy
which
it.
is yeah.
Yeah.
Put naive on the bottle, but spell it backwards because they are stupid.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, we will give them water.
They're so stupid they would buy.
All right. Well,
Right,
what's
what are
next?
we doing, guys? Yeah.
Are we just gathering up the stuff from my hovel and then heading out, or do we want to
Well, I think,
I don't know.
just given the time passage, we could be able to tell between the, buying the box, getting everything gathered up, identifying. We've probably had enough time pass to see, is the storm rising or falling?
It looks like it's definitely picking up.
Okay.
And it's kind of a painful sensation on your skin, as it looks like whatever the particulates are in the air is very silicate. So it's very like sand and dust, almost little bits of flaky rock that are able to be carried on the wind.
We're basically going to be sandblasted.
Yeah, it's a little nasty out. It's not unbearable. And I'll just say that as you walked to her hovel, her house, you kind of got hit with it. I'm not going to apply any damage. It's just everything. I'll say that everything within a 30-foot radius is clear. Anything beyond that is heavily obscured. It's unpleasant. It's not terribly painful.
But it's unpleasant, and it's a great exfoliant.
Oh, yes. Yeah, your skin feels silky smooth.
Yeah, and we don't know if it's going to continue to get worse or if this is the worst of it.
Yeah, I mean, what's the alternative? Just heading out at night after it's gone? Like, I don't even know if there's a nighttime here.
Oh, yeah, there's a day-night cycle.
Yeah, we've
It's-
experienced it.
It's
And it is
not
dark.
terribly bright in the day, and it's not terribly dark either, just because of the cacophony of volcanoes and flowing lava fields that kind of throws a glow into the air. So, and the smoke obscures the sky during the day. So it's kind of, I would say that there's definitely a visible difference between night and day, but it's not to the extremes, no.
Okay, then do we just rest until the storm passes? What do we do?
We rock, paper, scissoring to see who.
Yeah, well,
Or
yeah,
cheers.
are there any particular creatures that come out more during the night cycle? I mean, I guess Sundance would know that more than anything. Or if there are any
Yeah,
or nasties that come out during the evening cycle.
I don't know.
I can ask him.
Cool.
Hey there, buddy.
Yeah? What's up? What's going on? Are we ready to go?
Soon. We're just trying to figure out if there's any really bad monster guys that come out when it's nighttime.
Usually I fly overhead when it's dark because sometimes the fires get real big at night.
Oh, okay.
And
I'll
it's-
relay
I like
this
to
to
play in
everybody.
them, but you can't see through it very good, so I just fly around.
Yeah. Okay, hon.
What do you say?
I will relay that the fires get really big at nighttime, and so he doesn't like to walk around at that time. He likes to just fly.
The fires get real big at night. Okay.
I'm telling you, he's adorable and sweet and wonderful, but he's 3 years old.
No, I'm just trying to understand, like
Volcanic activity.
I think that's what he's trying to
increases
say,
it
yeah.
increases at night. So
Do you just want to head out now, or do we want to wait until the morning?
I'm good with whatever.
I think more.
Wait till morning?
Yeah.
All right. So I have this really cool feature on my editing software. It's called Trim All Silences. I use the crap out of it.
No, you probably did.
Yeah.
At least we don't have to worry about that. At least we don't have to worry about that delay. That was really
Yeah.
weird.
It was painful.
I'm working on it.
So let's rest up then. Do we still have access to her hovel for the night at least?
Of course. Who do you think they're going to come here and take it from her?
Victor.
You want to role play that?
That'd
We
be
can
funny.
do it.
Try it. No.
Yeah, six of the guards show up in their big boy outfits and their big spears. And they say, "Get out! She's not the Angnar anymore. What do you do?"
Eat a lava
Laugh.
crab,
Yeah.
And continue doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Let's mug them. No.
What's that Skyrim meme where these bandits just watch this dude suck the soul out of a giant ancient dragon? Hey, let's rob this guy.
Yeah. It seems totally legit.
Yeah. No, nobody comes to kick her out of her house.
Okay.
The sandstorm starts to really. It actually kind of wafts in sand from outside through the windows because you don't have glass on the windows. There's just holes. It's kind of like just a big Flintstone style clay hut. And the sand starts to kind of wash in, and occasionally you guys kind of get hit with a blanket of stinging sand that streaks across your skin for a moment. The storm outside, it's constant, but it's not horrendously violent. It's just kind of like a constant thrumming of wind and the glittering grit of sand that we all know can be very irritating as it gets everywhere.
You're muted.
I'm muted.
Okay. No, Steph is muted. She's talking to herself. Okay. I didn't know she was talking to something.
What did you want to say, dear?
Oh no, I literally was just like, I don't even remember. I was just making weird comments to myself, and Thomas can hear me. So.
Well, what would you guys like to do before we, move from day to day? This doesn't have to be a sitting in Maeven's house simulator.
I'm going to grab our translator, and I am going to, as Baron Orwill, find a weapons shop and see if they have any fire daggers.
Okay. Let's see here. How many more uses of tongues do you have, and how long does it last again? I feel like I ask that every time you use it.
I have one more use. I only have one third-level spell slot, and it lasts for 1 hour.
Oh, okay.
Let me rephrase. Does my limited primordial speech get enough across when trying to barter?
If you want to do that, we can roll persuasion checks. That's fine. Or you can take him and be fully understood.
I don't know, Pravish, are you doing anything right now?
Am I doing anything right now other than just baking in the heat here and, praying for the sweet release of death or escape?
Yeah, this newfound heat that you're feeling is really, really bad. You were smart to bring the fire resistance jewel with you, but in its absence, you are missing it.
Okay. I mean, I'm in the same boat here, so.
Yeah, but you're used to it.
Yes, this is true.
It just changed for him.
Dragonborn sweat.
I'm not much a fan of the heat anyway.
Yeah, that you like to be. Your brethren like to be way up on top of an icy mountain.
Yep.
Can you cast tongues on me?
Can I cast tongues on you? Yes, I can. It just
There
says
you go.
grants the creature you touch. So
There you go.
I can.
You're
But
gonna
you gotta
touch
have to
Baronor.
put it because it only lasts for an hour.
That's just fine. I think we've visited a weapon shop before, right?
Weapons. I don't know if it was a weapons shop. Was it a weapons shop? What'd you guys get there?
I don't know. I know we went around and
You went to
looked
a
at
magic
stuff.
shop, that's for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, here all you're gonna find is a simple smithy. And this is, you guys kind of are on the outskirts of the larger village. The one that you have to pass by in order to get back to the portal, that one wouldn't have been as accommodating with the amenities that you find here. It's kind of the difference between, a small town and a relatively nice-sized city.
Okay.
So, yeah, you're able to find a weaponsmith. His weapons are rather crude, mostly made of stone. There are if you can imagine, a very dark brass kind of metal that is used for handles and guards, while the blade is made of kind of a flaked stone, like an obsidian. Also, lots of blades made out of rock and clubs and spears. So if you're looking for a specific item, like you're looking for something that does fire damage, right?
Yeah. Something that has a fire effect to it.
All right, you can make a persuasion or a investigation check.
Investigation. I didn't say guidance first. 22 is pretty good, though.
Yeah, 22 is definitely good. You do find someone that sells magic weapons. It doesn't look like he's got a lot in terms of fashionable selection. Looks like everything kind of looks the same. But yeah, he does have 2 daggers that do 1d4 fire damage. They're a little pricey.
Okay.
They're a little on the pricey side. So let me go ahead and roll. Okay. This is going to be times 100 gold.
Oh, man.
So 500 gold for 1.
For 1?
Yep.
Man. Okay.
It is a +1. in attack roll and damage, and it does 1d4. Excuse me, not 1d4. I had the d4 selected. 1d6 fire damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 500 gold apiece. He has 2. He also has a spear that does that. And he also has what look like obsidian arrowheads that they kind of glow from within. And he lets you know that these also do fire damage as well.
How much are the arrowheads?
The arrowheads are going to be... Hold on. 40 gold apiece.
40 gold apiece, okay.
Uh-huh.
Got money to burn, but I don't know if I want to spend that much.
Will they take copper for it?
No, I think it's
They
probably
will,
like,
but they'll take the... Yeah, I mean, I'm giving you the equivalent in copper and just kind of... I'm not going to hamstring you because you don't have copper on you.
Sure.
You know?
Okay. How much... does he know how much fire damage the arrowheads do?
Yeah, we'll
Is
break
like-
it down to simple math. The fire arrows also do 1d6 apiece. You just have to refletch them because they shatter the arrow shaft behind them when they fire.
Okay.
So you won't be able...
It's
You can retrieve the arrowhead, but
Right.
you must then work to have it refletched.
okay.
That's all.
And is it base damage plus fire damage or just straight fire?
No,
damage?
it's base plus.
Okay. I will buy one of the daggers
Okay.
and 3 arrowheads.
Okay. That will be
So that's
620. Yep, 620 gold, please.
okay.
Cha-ching.
620.
And mind you, the whole time that you're in the middle of this transaction, him and passerbys are like flabbergasted that you speak their language.
Oh.
They just keep walking by, like giving you a look, like, and you kind of say hello, and they're like, hello. You have a very good local dialect type accent.
Thank you. I learned it from a friend of mine. Okay. That's pretty much it all.
Okay.
So 1 fire dagger. And
Or
is
a
that the
dagger of
obsidian
fire.
rock looking stuff?
It's not exactly the same material that your box that you bought was made of. This material is much more like flaked obsidian, and there is kind of just a general orange glow that sort of races through the veins of this substance, and the same thing with the arrowheads. It just kind of pulses slowly.
But the fire dagger is just 1d6 fire damage. It doesn't do anything else besides that.
Just base 1d4 for the dagger and then 1d6 fire damage. You don't have to make a con
plus
save
1.
or anything. Yeah, you don't have to make a con
Oh, okay.
save or anything.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's definitely worth the 5. Okay, got it. I just thought it did 1d6 fire damage. Okay, gotcha.
Nope. It's pretty powerful.
Yeah. Okay.
I will say that inspecting it, you get the feeling that you don't want to have a critical miss with this too often because it might break.
Okay, gotcha.
It doesn't seem like as solid as steel. It looks like it's definitely
Right.
made of like a flaky obsidian.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the arrowheads were also a plus d6 or...
Yep.
Okay. Got it. All right, I'll head back to the hovel then.
All right. You still got about 20 minutes on your tongues.
I will greet as many people on the way back as I can.
Just like hello.
I'm doing Belle from fucking Beauty and the Beast.
I just read the most beautiful
Bonjour.
story.
Yeah.
About a beanstalk.
Yeah. And he doesn't realize that, or she doesn't realize it's him until chapter 3.
Right.
Which is Aladdin.
All right.
Okay.
You find yourself back at Maeven's house. Storm's really kind of picking up. The sky is darkening quite a bit, but it's a peaceful wind. Aside from the occasional blast of sand that makes it through the windows and races across your exposed skin, it's kind of peaceful out here. It's quiet. Aside from the Every now and then you'll hear the distant eruption and explosion of a volcano about every 5 or 6 seconds. The atmosphere here is quite calm and peaceful. It's hot. Unbearably hot, for sure. But it's nice. You don't feel afraid here like you did in other places in the world.
Hunker down, rest.
Okay.
Get ready for the big trip tomorrow.
All right. Before you guys start to ready yourselves for kind of hunkering down, you hear a knock at the door. Tip, tap, tap, tap.
I'll go down.
Order a pizza. Somebody
See
order
what
a
it is.
pizza.
And we're out of tongues.
Yep, and we're done. Awesome. Love that.
As you open the door,
Let's
you
go.
see the silhouette of Captain Tolliver in your threshold. Tall man, sweaty, soot-covered, but rather dashing in a rugged kind of way. He's holding his long cylindrical weapon object kind of slung over his shoulder. He kind of just scans the room a little. He's keeping his distance. He's not being intrusive. And he just kind of pops his hat off to expose kind of a matted mane of blonde hair under his hat. Greetings, crown collectors, if I remember correctly. I heard you're all thinking of packing up and heading home soon, is that right?
It is.
Well, splendid. I want to congratulate you on slaying that horrible creature in the arena. I was watching from the stands. I actually won a few coins off of you, so thank you for that. And congratulations on winning you your freedom, as it were. Not that I suspect someone of your skill and talent really requires permission to go anywhere.
Not generally.
Well, are you all planning on heading out in the middle of this storm, or are you going to wait till daybreak?
Probably until daybreak.
Fabulous! Would you like some company for the evening? And he pulls out from his little satchel this very large bottle of a swishing wine-like substance. He's like, oh, I've got some killer spirits here. We could do it up right, mate.
I'll just look at everybody else, see what the consensus is.
I'm all for it.
Also, he has that bag of snow, so for all you hot people.
Yeah, I do. I got it right here. And you see him reach into his little pouch, and he pulls out a little handful of snow that instantly begins melting, and he kind of brings it up to his mouth. He's like, I got enough for everyone. And he just kind of slurps it into his mouth. All of you instantly are like, oh, snow cone. Come on, what do you say? Let's crack one off.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll invite him in. I can't with that gift.
Yeah, he takes your invitation to heart and steps into your threshold. He's got a kind of a very strong odor of BO and musk on his person, and he just kind of he kind of ingratiates himself with you all. His first interaction is going to be with Axton, as you guys are kind of, you're preparing a meal. It's nothing really spectacular. It's just kind of rations and maybe some local fare that Maeven has collected and trying to get rid of before she leaves, and throwing it together in kind of a pot and maybe searing some meat. He kind of sidles up to Axton. He's like, well, you're a tall drink of water, aren't you? What's your name there, mate?
That's Baxter Woodman Bloom.
Bloom. Say, you're not of the Marguerite Blooms, are you?
I believe we are. Or I am.
That's interesting. I know the Blooms. I've never met you. But you bear a striking resemblance to the head honcho there. What's his name? And he kind of searches for the name of the person that you remember. He's like, Gilderoy or Gilhead or Gold. Do you?
Boromir.
That's it, Goramir Bloom. Yeah, you look just like him. What are you, his long lost brother?
No, I think he's like my great nephew.
Great nephew. That's funny. You two look bleeding the same age. You take some kind of de-aging potion there, mate?
No, not exactly. And I explained that, I was frozen for about like 100 and some odd years.
Wow. Talk about being a part of the times. Well, what do you think of the state of the world since you've been away?
Quite a bit has changed, but not too much. So, it's coming around, I guess.
Yeah, I'll say. How about you, mate? And he looks over at Kravish, and Kravish, you find yourself kind of sidling up next to Maeven and just sort of like picking the dirt out of Anthem's edge, kind of scabbard. What's your story? How'd you meet these blokes?
What's my story? As I get my guitar.
Yes.
Yep. I'll break it out for you in song.
I'm gonna need a
I will then spend the next 35 minutes relaying our history in song and verse.
Give me a performance check. I so rarely get to ask these of you. Whoa! Nice. Natural 20.
Yay!
Natural 20 on a lore check from a lore bard. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, you reach back and you find an inspiration for verse and prose that you didn't even know was there. It was almost like it's been too long since somebody asked you about yourself and you just feel primed to give the answer. You tell them about meeting in Brackenshire and forming your group and getting in trouble and being cast out with a cursed dwarf at your side, curing him of his curse, finding out about this black dragon menace in the Calded Styx, and your aid in liberating that region from this terrible, terrible threat. And you kind of sashay your way with song and dance through the storied regalements of your life so far, and end on a little bit of a twist of not really knowing what the future holds as you find yourselves on your own recognizance moving forward without a direct need or pull or tug in any moral or political direction at the moment. A bit of a listless, wandering curiosity that you find yourself kind of fascinated by. Captain Tolliver, just you all sort of find yourselves staring at Kravish as he's at this moment standing on top of Maeven's dining table, kind of plucking along with his strings. He ends it on sort of a melancholic, wafting note that just lingers effortlessly in the air into silence. And you just hear from behind you where Captain Tolliver was, just little, well, I gotta say, it's just beautiful, mate. It's so beautiful. Anyway, it's been a long time since somebody pulled me emotions out of me. That was wonderful. Thank you for that. Well, what do we got to eat around here? He's going to sort of pass out this beverage that he uncorks at his side and starts pouring it into, you've got like 6 or 7 of these clay cups in your place, and he just sort of fills them all for anybody who wishes to take one. As the night begins to drone on and on, he kind of regales you with stories of his past. They mostly have to do with him hunting strange and interesting creatures from all over the world, from other planes of existence and beyond, as the night begins to slowly draw to a close. And that's where we're going to take a little break.
All right.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
I just realized I've been muted this whole time.
Oh no!
Were you saying
have you
stuff?
said?
Were you saying stuff?
Yeah.
I've been saying stuff this whole.
Oh, no.
Answering.
Why is everybody ignoring me? We just think you're being all moody in the back.
No, I was muted this whole time.
Good job,
I
Noah.
went to check because I usually just mute my headphones when we go on break. I don't mute myself on Discord.
Yeah.
And I go to check. I'm like, oh, I've been muted this whole time.
That explains it.
That's why no one's answering me.
It hurt itself in its confusion. All right, well, we're going to call it
falling
for...
asleep, so.
Yeah, a little bit. It's better than falling asleep. That's right. It is 4:05. We're going to call that 15 minutes and meet back here at 4:20.
Let's
All right.
go.
Oh yeah, Joe, can you find out how much I bet again? Like, it was 255 copper, but I'm pretty sure the odds were not in our favor.
I tell you what, I'm going to be a benevolent DM and just call it 1 to 10. 10 out of 1 odds. So you won 2,500 copper or 2.5 gold.
Yep. Yeah. Pennies.
I'm going to give that to you. All right, folks, we'll see you in about 15.
Alrighty.
All right, let's hit it. The Crown Collectors, you awaken in the morning and find yourselves refreshed to a degree. It's very hot. It's very sweaty. It's very sticky, uncomfortable. None of you have showered, aside from Yuno, who prestidigitationed himself clean. It's pretty grimy and gross. You all feel like you could use like a very long session in your local bathhouse. But you are rested. You are refreshed, so you could go ahead and reset your hit points, your spell slots, all that jazz, your channel divinities, everything. And it looks like Captain Tolliver might have departed early in the morning, as you don't seem to see him anyplace. There's no note, and the day is yours. Doesn't look like there's a sandstorm outside right now. There's a nice clear red sky. You can hear the distant crackling of lightning and volcano eruptions.
Definitely building a summer house here.
Check over everything, make sure that nothing appears missing.
Yeah, you can make an investigation check, sure. That's a little more in-depth. Checking your pockets, your pouches. 21. And, I mean, aside from the foodstuffs that you guys have consumed and the fact that Maeven kind of packed up her little belongings that she's acquired in the month here in a little sack, everything, I mean, seems to be fine. Everybody's personal effects are in order.
All right, good. Hey, you think you could help your stinky comrades out here and give us a buff and a shine here?
Yuno's going to cast Prestidigitation and make everybody smell even worse, except for himself.
Rude.
Oh, rude. Yeah, it's...
No, I'll add a nice fragrance to everybody that doesn't smell like sweaty PO.
Yeah, you guys smell like lilac and gooseberries.
Otherwise, you're on your own.
I get that new car smell.
That new car smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it smells like chemical cleaner and leather. There's a nice little rubber in there, fresh rubber. I wouldn't say everybody is clean, but you definitely feel clean.
Fresh and so clean.
Yep.
All right, then.
Okay. We're all ready to go.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, let's go. Do this.
All right, where are you going? What would you like to do?
We're gonna head back in the direction we came.
Yeah, towards the Starlands and back towards the portal.
All right.
After I get my dragon, of course.
Yeah, he's kind of chained. He's not chained up. He knows where you live, and you know that he knows where you live, and it's just a matter of kind of flagging him down as he's sort of patrolling the skies a little. It looks like he can't have like sustained flight, but he definitely gets up there for a couple of minutes and is able to hold aloft, and then he kind of prances around the property and sees you guys emerging from your house and sort of sidles up next to you. He's like, "Are you ready to go?"
Yeah, buddy, we're ready to go.
Yes, let's go. And he takes off in the middle of whatever it is you're about to say. He just screams off in some random direction. He doesn't even know where. You don't know where he's going. And then he comes back when he realizes that you're not behind him.
Come on, bud. You're gonna have to like walk with me today, okay?
Can't you just ride him?
I mean, I could, but why would I? All of you are walking.
But riding a dragon is lame.
Okay.
Wow. Koza gets down.
Was it a little sad? Do you want to pet the dragon? Sure, he would like it.
I will give him chin scratches.
You take 3 fire damage.
Worth it. It is worth it every time.
Yeah. Singes your fingers. But he does accept your nuzzles and kind of looks at you, and he kind of like, he doesn't really like pant at you like a dog would, like a dog labored breathing, but he kind of like fluffs at you his breath, and you just get blasted in the face with hot air.
Now we just need to figure out how to train your dragon.
I've never seen that.
You say you've never seen that movie?
He has never seen that movie.
Oh, the first one's really great. I don't personally care for the last 2 or 3, but the first one's really great.
I'm excited for the live action, though.
Yeah,
Are they really making a live action?
yeah, they are.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Ah, no way.
It won't be as good, but I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, it'll be neat. It'll be neat to see what they do with Toothless and the big giant monster dragon at the end. Anyway.
There's a big giant monster dragon at the end?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, of course there is.
No, there isn't.
Of course there is. It's called How to Train Your Dragon. You know there's going to be a big giant dragon in it.
Yes.
I just won't say what he does. Because it's messed up.
Okay.
It's big.
Okay, so we head on out. Are you riding Sundancer?
I'm just gonna walk next to him. Everybody else is
Okay.
walking. Like, there's no point in me being so far ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, he's pretty quick. You find Sundancer kind of like a puppy, just sort of like bouncing and prancing ahead of you and kind of scouting out and sniffing the ground, and you see him occasionally, his nose goes way high in the air and he sniffs around and loses interest and continues along the path, and then finds himself way ahead of you and races back to you to make sure you're okay. It just continues in that fashion.
We're good, bud.
I'm gonna need a survival check and a perception check from 2 of you. One each, or one of each. Whoever wants to make it.
Axton, you want to do the perception check? I think you're better at those.
I'm decent at that. Yeah, I could try.
Well, your perception, I think, is higher than mine, isn't it?
I think by like maybe 1.
Yeah. I'll do the survival check then.
Okie dokie.
With guidance.
With guidance.
Also, guidance.
Oh, no.
The natural 1 for
Oh!
a total of 15.
There's the D4. There we go. I got a total of 15.
Double 15s. One of them is a natural 1.
Yeah, your perception's higher by 2.
You traverse the lava flats and skip along and meander along the labyrinth-like rocky terrain that leads back to the mountain range, where the cave exited out of the portal entrance. You find yourselves distracted by watching Sundancer enough to where you don't really notice that the ground is getting much hotter as you grow closer to the mountains. Starts to get a little much for your feet. So those of you without fire resistance, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Con saves.
Con save. Oh, this isn't gonna go well.
15.
Oh, no, that was not supposed to be 2. Oh, and it was only 1. Okay. Max damage. All right, those of you without fire resistance, you take 8 points of fire damage as your feet are being cooked inside your boots. Or those of you without boots are getting a contact burn from the ground, as it seems that you may have taken a wrong turn. And
Ow.
yeah, it's kind of like walking on barefoot across a hot asphalt driveway in the dead of summer.
Yeah. What was the number to beat to take half damage?
It's just if you have fire resistance or don't have it.
Okay,
So the con save doesn't matter?
Yeah, con save doesn't matter.
Okay. And it was 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
So everybody took 8 regardless?
Yeah. Nobody beat it. It was the number to beat would have been pretty high, being that you guys don't have fire resistance.
Hey, guys, I don't remember the ground being this. Are you sure you're going the right way?
Sure.
Are you sure, or just kind of sure?
Pretty sure.
That's not very sure, which is what we need, because literally, the ground is cooking our feet. You not feel that?
And for those of us without shoes,
I mean, you could try seeing if you could ride Sundancer. He's a dragon.
Do you want to burn your feet or do you want to burn your legs?
yeah.
He has the blanket.
Burn my dogs or burn my biscuits.
I don't have that problem.
Yeah, they're as you guys are kind of walking along here, and mind you, you're walking in between these large, kind of 7 to 12 foot tall, rocky outcroppings, maybe 10 feet wide. It's kind of like walking amongst a bunch of houses, like a house-sized or hut-sized rocks that you kind of have to move in between. You can see the mountains in the distance as they're drawing closer, maybe 2 or 3 miles away from where you're at when you hit this insidiously hot patch where you can actually see the nearby lava warming the rock to a very dull red glow. You see little kind of sprouts of fire that start to kind of kick up where you step, to the point where, Kravish, some of this fire looks like it forms fingers and wraps around your ankle, holding you in place. The rest of you see the rest of this creature, this fiery elemental creature, rise up from the lava itself, and it looks like it's got like a tendril wrapped around, reaching for Kravish. It stands about 30 feet high until suddenly its face detonates outward with a blue flash. The fire collapses to the ground, dropping Kravish prone, and behind this creature's corpse that dissipates into nothing, you see Captain Tolliver holding his weapon. It seems like I'm always out here saving your skins, eh, lads?
Yeah, it seems that way.
You all right, mate? And he's going to pull out a little bit of snow from his pouch and kind of press it on your foot. With a soothing sizzle, you find relief.
Thanks.
What do you say we get on out of here once and for all, eh?
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right. And we're getting close. I'd say we should probably stick up here to the ridge and stay out of these lowland flats so that we don't cook ourselves like sausages. What do you say?
Not cooking is a good thing.
Yeah, right. I've never had the taste of silver dragon, but you smell awful, mate.
You're not necessarily a lilac bouquet yourself around these parts.
Ooh, burn.
Literal burn.
Yeah, literally.
Well, it's about another hour to getting to back to the cave that you arrived in. I'm gonna need a perception check from anybody out in front, as the landscape looks similar, but the rocks have shifted a little. It looks a little bit different. This does seem to be the only cave in the immediate area, and there are enough physical landmarks that look similar, so it looks like that's just kind of perhaps how this landscape is with all the moving lava. It just changes pretty much on a daily basis.
I'll do it. I'll do it this time.
Okay.
Guidance.
That's much better.
Yeah. Plus 27.
Hey, nice. Yeah, you see the remnants of the creatures that Maeven fought on her way here. Just these coiled, serpentine, fire-licked, snake-like carcasses with these large, frilled ridges that run from the top of their head all the way down their spine. Just kind of coiled in a real awkward sort of ragdoll fashion all over the ground. There's like 3 or 4 of them, and they're in various stages of some kind of mummification. It doesn't look like things really decay here. They more just dry out.
Yeah, Maeven, we definitely got your calling card.
What did you expect me to do? Not kill them?
No, it was just, easy to see you had been here, considering we found
good.
These
well,
3.
I'm glad for that, at least.
Yeah.
Beyond the bridge, with a wide, slow-moving, brightly lit, glowing river of lava, you see the break of day. Actual daylight fills the back of this cavern. You can feel a crispness in the air that is very quickly snuffed out by the heat of this realm. But there above you, about 30 feet across, maybe 60 feet in the air, the crackling energy, the lightning-ringed portal that gives view to the material plane, your home above. You have arrived, fairly unscathed. What would you like to do from here?
All right, well, we had talked before about trying to make Sundancer the last creature or one of the last creatures that go through. I think the plan that we came up with was that I think Yuno and I both can cast Dimension Door and can take one creature with us.
Far up can he fly?
I can just fly with him.
Well, no, I'm saying how far up can he go?
That's
Does
a
the
good
portal
question. How far up is it?
I think it was like 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
60 feet? Is there a vertical wall that I could possibly run up?
Well, if you're asking how far he can fly for a minute at 80 feet per round.
Oh, so he can fly out there regardless.
In, no time. So
we can just Acme rocket it right through there.
Well,
Yep.
Sundancer and Maeven can anyways.
So, I know what I'm doing. But the rest of you all have to figure this out.
Yeah. The rest of us were going to Dimension Door, and Axton was going to fly, if I remember.
His armor allows him to fly, and
Yeah.
Koza was going to polymorph. Or wild
Well,
shape, rather.
Yeah, well, if two of you are Dimension Door, and one of you doesn't have to polymorph or use your armor's ability. Right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Or just one Dimension Door and just 2 of us go.
I think you can only bring one with you, right?
That's what I'm saying. Well, the only person that's not accounted for is Tolliver.
Right, okay. Oh, okay, then yeah, so 2 Dimension Doors plus the 2, and then armor and polymorph.
Yeah, one Dimension Door plus Tolliver, other Dimension Door plus Baranor.
Yeah.
Axton uses his armor to fly through there.
It goes polymorphs.
Koza wild shapes, and Maeven rides Sundancer up.
Yep. I think that accounts for everybody.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right, what is Captain Tolliver doing?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, I didn't know if you guys. I don't know if you guys offered something to him.
No, it's like,
if he wants to come, he can be Dimension Doored up.
Oh, right. That'd be lovely. It's been a long time since I stepped through a magical portcullis like that. Let's do it. Sounds great.
All right, bundle up.
Oh, don't you worry. I've got everything I need right here. And you see him kind of pull his sack to the side and pulls out some kind of cloak out of the bottom of it. He's like, well, it's actually been a little while since I was home. Didn't know it was that cold. I wonder, do you think we missed Windhoven?
I think we... yes, right? Windhoven's already happened, right? For us.
Well, didn't know it was that cold, but I've got a little bit of a furry cloak in here. It should do me well. And you see him kind of throw this very thick brown furred cloak over his shoulders and kind of covers his arms. He's like, all right, we better move fast. It's bloody hot in here for this thing.
All right. Tolliver and I will, I'll take Tolliver, and if you would take Baranor.
Yep.
Okay. That is one use of the Dimensions Door spell per caster. All right.
Yes.
Okay, you two. You two kind of.
You're muted as you talk.
You kind of. It's almost like and Kravish kind of grab their cloak and kind of waft it over the two of you together, and you all watch as this magical, sparkling blue energy rains down from the top of his cloak onto the floor, and by the time that sparkling energy dissipates, they are gone. Baranor, Kravish, and Tolliver, you all find yourselves standing at the rim of the portal, and you are just blasted in the face with cold air. It's way too cold. It's way too much. You weren't expecting it. You weren't ready for it. It's like being in the desert and stepping into a freezer where someone's running a fan really hard and loud, and it's just blasting. It's completely takes you by surprise.
It's a pleasant surprise, let me tell you.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're in the middle of a blizzard right now, for sure.
Kravish's favorite terrain.
Yeah. All right, Barry and Koza.
Barry.
Axton and Koza.
Yeah.
You guys are up.
I guess I just fly up.
No, you don't just fly up. What does it look like? Explain it. Give me a little theatrics. I demand it.
Up and away.
I cast my spell through my armor, and I'm not
What's
sure
your
exactly what the wings look like, to be honest. I've never cast
whatever you want, really.
I think
I guess it
you.
would be magical metallic wings.
Yeah, you definitely test
your
drove
command
them.
phrase?
You definitely test drove them when you picked them up.
Yes. So metallic wings emerge from the back. They look like feathers, and I start flapping away and flying up.
Up and away. Yeah. What do you say to elicit this response?
I'm not sure what my command word is.
Yeah, it's up to you.
I guess
Whatever you want.
whatever the Elvish word for fly is.
Elvish word for fly. Who's going to reach it first?
Ugh. I think the Wind Razor was Chicago.
Rania. Oh no. The word is Sitha.
Okay, so I command the word Sitha, and then I jump and then start flapping my wings and make my way towards the pole.
All right. So since you are not arriving instantaneously, you are flying up into the aperture. The heat of this place, and this cave is particularly hot just because it has a very large, slow-moving, brightly glowing lava river running through it. So it's very, very hot here compared to everywhere else. And as you fly up, you get about 20 feet up, and you can just feel the cold air starting to... It's almost like somebody flipped on the air conditioning, and you're just standing right in front of the air unit. It just hits you like a very calming, relieving wave that the closer you get to it, very quickly starts to get very bitter and biting. And you realize that maybe it's too cold. Oh, crap, it is too cold. And then you fly through the portal and to the material plane. You all notice that as your party members... as they one by one make it through the portal, or rather, it would just be Axton because the other two appeared instantaneously. as Axon flies through, you see the edges of the portal close in sharply. It looks like it closed in about 5 feet on all sides.
Okay.
And then Maeven and Sundancer come through as well.
Yep. Koza, what are you doing?
Okay.
Oh,
so
right,
you're gonna,
Koza, sorry.
You're gonna see me crouch down, and kind of, stretch my arms out a little bit, and you see the tips of my fingers start to stretch and furl out into long brown feathers, and they start to spread down my arms and up my back. And you see my cloak turns into, the tail end turns into a giant feathered tail. My face begins to stretch into a long, sharp beak, and I just whoosh, and I am a giant eagle. And I start to fly up to the portal.
Cool. All right. Are there little streaks of green?
We'll say that the coloration looks as if there's a little bit of moss growing in my feathers.
Aw, I love that. You take wing, and the heat affects you no less harsh here in eagle form than in Fearbolg. It's difficult to breathe as a eagle here a little bit. It's almost like the change of your body elicits a fresh response to your environment. And as an eagle, you just kind of cough a little bit as you start to take wing and fly up towards the portal. You also definitely feel the temperature difference as you get closer, and as you erupt from the aperture of the portal, you all see the sides of the portal shrink again. It's about 10 feet wide at this point. Maeven, you and Sundancer find each other at the bottom of this portal cave. You are all alone, and you can see your friends kind of staring down at you from above, high above.
Okay, buddy. So, it's gonna be very, very cold when we get out there. Colder than anything you've ever experienced before. Are you ready?
Wow, what's cold?
You're about to find out.
Is it something we can eat?
No, it's something that you feel.
I feel excited.
You probably won't be in about 20 seconds.
Well, why?
As the concepts of hot and cold are something you have to experience. I can't explain it to you.
Okay. Are we ready to go to your home?
Okay.
I want to see it.
Yeah, you see up there where all our friends are?
Yeah.
We're gonna fly up there. Okay.
I'm ready.
Ready to take me up there?
Okay.
Okay. So I hop on and let's go.
And he just shoots up at rocket flight speed all the way up, and as he punches through the portal, you feel yourself blasted with this cold air. All of you see this rocketing stream of fire shoot up like a giant fireball that instantly goes out. You see the portal slam shut behind him, just close enough where it almost clipped the back of his tail. Sundancer goes out and plummets to the ground.
Oh no.
He hits the snow. He's not unconscious. He is extraordinarily disoriented, and the only thing that Maeven that you can hear is, ow, ow, it hurts, ow, it hurts. Is this cold? It's cold. I don't like cold.
It is cold. I know you don't. You've only ever lived in the fire where it's very hot.
And
this is cold.
And you see...
can you get it?
You see Sundancer's eyes he's kind of like squinting through the... Because there's quite a bit of wind. You're not in the middle of a blizzard, but there's some wind and some snow kind of moving horizontally. And it looks like he's kind of shivering and squinting against the wind and holding himself very low to the ground. And, sorry, Baranor, I think you were trying to say something.
I was saying, can you get us to Stonehelm Keep?
Yes, I can. It's going to take, let's see.
1 minute? Teleportation circle?
Yep, 1 minute.
One minute. I'm assuming Stonehelm Keep is where we want to go, guys.
Yeah, Sundancer, he's not moving much. He's just kind of hunched down and shivering and looking all around. He's like, this is where you live? It hurts.
It's not always this cold, I promise. Okay?
Okay.
Promise.
Stonehelm Keep, guys. Stonehelm Keep. Anyone?
Yeah, I'll say for the minute
Anyone
that
have
you're
any-
waiting for to write the message in chalk, you do notice that this is just something you notice that Gorvax's cabin, there is a little light in the window. You can see a very dim glow. Looks like it's about maybe midday right now. It's kind of difficult to see. You don't see any sun, but that's, where it was. That's kind of what time it was back in the Fire Realm. And you know that the time dilation doesn't really matter too much here like it did in the Fae. So about midday.
I mean, do we want to say hi to Gorvax before we go, or anyone
I
at
don't
all?
know this person, so.
Oh, he's great.
Let's just go on.
Okay. Don't want to traumatize. Don't want to traumatize Maeven. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be
Again?
better if we move on.
More of a
Do I
startling.
really need more trauma?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, more of it?
I mean,
more
ask
PTSD?
Kervish. Ask Kervish. It was a slight, sudden, take it back, but you get used to it.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
We'll take Kervish's word for it.
All right. Well, I'd say, you have like one little glyph left to chalk before you complete the circle. Is there anything anybody would like to do here before he does that?
Not really.
Whoosh. The teleportation circle opens up, and you find yourselves standing before a very inviting bit of arcana magic. 5, 4, 3,
We go in.
one.
Yeah, we were going. Come on, little buddy, let's go.
Okay, I'm coming.
Where is everybody right now?
You guys are just
Come on,
kind of
bud, let's go.
congregating around, as he...
No, I mean like Kervish is muted, Yuno's muted, Koza's not saying anything.
No.
Oh, sorry, I've been talking all the time. Didn't hear anything. Yeah, we're going.
Man, what is going on with our mics today?
Yeah,
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
I'm like, talk to Kervish, and he's just over here muted.
Kravish was
Just why is he
mesmerized.
not answering me?
He's mesmerized by
I don't know.
Yuno's arcane chalk writing.
Yeah. What did you say, Kervish, during all that time?
Oh no, but I'm sure it was like thought provoking and emotionally moving.
Yeah, sure it was. All right.
Of course it was. He's the bard.
Okay, so yeah, we all go into the circle.
Okay. All right. Hold on one second. I got to change my earbuds real quick. Hold on. Those are dead.
Where are all our horses? Are they in Dane? We left our horses in the city below.
Yeah, Heistel.
Heistel. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, the dimension or the transportation circle lights up. You all step inside, and whoosh, you find yourselves in the basement of Stonehelm Keep. I will say that Sundancer definitely relaxes a little bit. He kind of looks around and shakes the cold off of him. And you see him kind of look around going, whoa, where are we?
This is my home.
I mean, we have a horse in the basement right now.
He is fine.
Can he climb the stairs out of here?
Of course he can, I think.
Okay.
I mean, he's a dragon. He's not a horse, so he can crawl a lot better than a horse could. And if you're worried about him fitting up the stairs, you have to remember that this is a castle built for storm giants.
For giants, yeah. Okay,
He'll
never
be
mind.
fine. I told you.
He kind of slowly trots around the room. It's still real cold here, though.
I know, hon.
Can he survive here, or is it just something he's gonna have to get used to?
I think he'll survive here, but I don't. It's probably not. It's definitely not his preferred terrain.
Sure. I'm just worried about long term, stay here. Is he gonna be okay?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if we needed to go find an enchanted ring to fit him in there, So he just comes out every once in a while.
All right. Well,
I'm giving you the blinky face.
you find yourselves at the bottom of Stonehelm Keep. You're all intact. I will say this, being that this floor is really kind of yours, the laboratory is in here, the transportation circle is in here, the magical vault, the prison cells. I will say, who is the most perceptive? Probably Axton. You definitely hear some movement in the prison cell area.
Don't we have staff?
Yes, you do. You don't see anybody right now, but I will say that the state of the laboratory is pristine. I believe you guys paid to have this place kind of renovated and cleaned up and spit and polish. The tiles, the place is very old, so the tiles still look old, but the cracks have all been swept out. It looks like the walls have been cleaned. There's no more cobwebs or dust. And you have a full alchemical station complete with alchemical supplies. You can perform various magical experiments here. So your laboratory has seen a bit of an upgrade. Let's see here. Just because I can, let me look for a map of Stonehelm Keep, so you guys can just kind of look at. Because I'll give you a very brief overview of what has changed here. Not much as far as geography, but definitely some things as far as what's in each room now. And I'll go through it quick. I won't take up too much time. When did you get that? That was a long time ago.
It was a long time
ago. Oh, here we go. Is there anything anybody would like to do or look for or inspect while you're here? Here we go.
Well, you said there's a sound coming from the jail cell area.
Yeah, let me just post the picture so that you guys have a fresh view on what you're looking at here.
Okay.
Boom.
I'm just wondering, did we leave a prisoner while we went away? Because I don't remember.
I don't think so.
No, you certainly did not.
No, we don't have any prisoners.
There was that door we couldn't open, which I think is in the same area.
It's right across. So if you walk out of the transportation room south, there you go. You should be able to see that. There's a hallway it's like a 4-way hallway, and to the west is the room that you can't get into yet, and to the east is the prison cell area. And you know what? On our break, I'm going to update this map, make it look a little nicer.
Okay.
But yeah, you definitely see, or you definitely hear there is a closed wooden heavy duty dungeon wooden door just before the dungeon cells. But you definitely hear somebody kind of milling about. You hear the dragging of chains. Not exactly sure who it is or what they want.
Okay. Do we want to check that out, guys?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right.
Quietly.
Yes. All right. I'm gonna stealth over to the hallway. Then.
Okay. There is a small
peek around.
There's a small window in the door. It's about maybe 5 by 7 inches. It's got 3 thin metal bars in them. It allows you to see into the dungeon cell area. Now, this is your place. You have all the keys. Nothing is locked to you here unless you're talking about the magic door, in which case that is very locked.
Right. Okay, can I look through the bars at least and try and see what or who is moving in here?
Okay, so the main passageway is about 10 feet wide. There are 5 cells on each block, and you see through the little doorway, and you can see that there's a shadow bleeding into the hallway from one of the cells, perhaps the third one down, like the middle cell on the left.
Okay. I am going to... Is everybody else in the hallway behind me? Did everybody follow at least to that point?
They're kind of milling around the transportation circle, hallway, laboratory area.
Okay, well, whoever's in the hallway with me that I can see, I will then open up my my psychic whispers to and let them know that, hey, there's somebody in one of the cells in here.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I, like, quietly check to see if the door is locked?
It is locked, but
Okay.
it is not uncommon for a prison to be locked, and you...
Right. But I will relay back to them that the door's locked, so whoever's in there is imprisoned in there.
Yeah, and you can see through the window that the prison cell, the door is also shut.
Okay, yeah. They're locked in there, whoever it is. Like, they aren't just, like, residing in there, like, this is their abode. Did we lock somebody up?
I don't remember locking anybody up.
I want a history check.
I wasn't there, though.
And did we leave the iron on?
No, you don't remember
Did we leave
locking
somebody
anybody
to
up.
rot in a cell?
Yeah, you don't remember locking anybody up specifically, no.
Okay. All right. No clues then, guys? All right. Well, do we want to see who this is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll, who's got the keys?
You do.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, you've all got a
Well,
skeleton key, I'd say. The skeleton key kind of opens every door. You're not exactly sure about the cells.
We got the padlock set from the depot.
Yeah.
I hate you.
So I will unlock the door and kind of look inside. Is there like torches or anything?
Yep, there are you guys have so if you look at that map, you can see where there is little torches all over the walls. Those are not any kind of torch. Those are everlights.
Okay.
So those work.
It looks like it's right.
Those work by touching
It's
them.
right outside the door.
Yeah, those work by touching them or using the command word Ignis to light them or unlight them. And right now, everything is lit up.
Okay. Is it detachable from the wall, or is it stuck to the wall permanently?
I mean, you could break it off if you want to.
No, I'm saying it's not one of those where I could just lift it out of its whole thing and use it as like a candle, essentially.
No, it's not designed for that. But like I said, if you want to rip it out of the sconce, you could.
Well, I don't want to rip
I'm
it
going
out.
to take a copper out of my bag, and I'm going to cast light on it and just give it to Paranor.
Okay.
And then, all right, and then I will proceed with whoever wants to come with me to in front of the cell.
Okay. The door swings
Okay.
open. The occupant grows silent. You see that shadow retreat along the floor into the cell. You get about 5 to 6 steps in when this happens. The walls that line the middle passageway are also made of bars, so there's no solid walls here. So you can kind of see into the cell through the other cells. And you see what looks like a medium humanoid shape huddled against the wall. There are a couple I didn't put them in here, and I'll update this. We'll say that this was part of the update. There is a torch at the very end of the dungeon cells against the wall that kind of gives a little bit of light to the rest of the room. And with your light, as you approach the cell, you see a man. Not sure if it's human or elf or half-elf. It's definitely not half-orc or dwarven or halfling or gnome. He's covered in a very thick cloak, ratty, frayed on the edges. He's peeking at you with his knees crunched up towards his nose. He's peeking at you from between his knees and under a hood. He's got what looks like a piercing blue eye from the darkness. That's all you can really see, and he's not saying anything. He's just looking right at you.
Just a blue eye. Where's Captain Tulliver, by the way?
He's kind of wandering around, just being like, those of you who are in the back, he's like, wow, nice place you got here.
Okay.
I would like to keep an eye on him to make sure he doesn't open any of our stuff.
psychically, whoever I'm linked to, I'll be like, somebody watch him.
Okay.
I'll make sure he's not stealing any of our shit.
He definitely gets a little uncomfortably close to a crate of tools in the laboratory, but he doesn't seem to be taking anything. He seems to be keeping his hands to himself.
Okay.
Good.
All right. I'll approach the
I mean,
cage.
in all fairness,
The-
anything
the-
worth anything is super booby trapped.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that's
All
right.
right. I'll inquire to the strange figure about who are they.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, great. Joy.
Side eye. Side eye. Bombastic side eye.
I mean, I'm the first one there. Kravish, if you want to tag in, but
Sure. Be like, you there. Identify yourself.
All right, well, he spits at the feet of
Tell me
Baranor,
how you came to be here.
okay.
and I'll need a persuasion check from Mr. Kravish.
29.
29.
Jesus.
I should be asking you who you are. Who are you?
I don't know if I like this accent.
How'd you get here?
Yeah.
How did you get here?
This is our place.
Your place. This is your
I don't know,
place.
Kravish, what do you mean? Why did you say? He's not listening to me, man. Sorry,
He's not listening to me? Like,
No, he's
You're
not
the
listening to me.
we are the rightful deed holders of this estate. You are huddled in one of our dungeons.
So you are the mighty crown collectors, eh? Stumbling over your words, making noise in the dark. It's a wonder how you achieved the fame you have. You imprisoned me here. You should know I am Magnus.
What?
Your friend is stupid and deaf. I said, my name is Magnus. I was imprisoned here for thievery. I tried to steal something that does not belong to you. And the house staff hired security here, and security placed me in the cell. Simple as that. Do you bring food and drink?
We'll get back to you on that to see.
Let's
Kravish.
lock that cell real fast and go talk to the people we hired to watch the house.
Hold, please. We get back out and close the door.
He just kind of like has
Your call is very important to us. Please hold.
He just kind of has a look on it. He's like holding up his open palm and shaking his head like, what did I just witness?
Are these people okay?
And do they need medical attention? All right. So, no, I'm trying to rack my brain. I don't recall us incarcerating anyone. This must have been.
He just said the house staff did it.
Oh, the house staff did it. Okay. Yeah, well, we're going to have to check with the people that.
So we are free of blame, is what I'm hearing.
I didn't do. What was he trying to steal? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, he tried to steal from somewhere on the estate, and the house security slash staff.
Obviously,
Like,
yeah,
we're
there
gonna
wasn't
have
good
to-
enough.
Like, we're going to have to check with the house staff first before we figure out what you're due for. Okay. In the meantime, have a squat here. Keep yourself comfortable, and the rats are housebroken. And
I'm gonna run up the stairs ahead of everybody
Yes.
just because it's fun.
Sundancer is
Followed by
following you.
Sundancer.
Yeah. He's not just running up the stairs, but he's so fast that he can run along the wall, jump from one wall up the stairs to the other, and sort of spirals his way up the staircase.
Fine.
Hmm.
He's fine. This is totally normal. We'll figure it out.
Somebody keep an eye on Tolliver.
all right. Yeah, Koza.
I got it.
Motion with her. Let's set up.
All right, Koza, give me a perception check and also give me an insight check.
All right.
You seem rather
Perception.
suspicious of him.
15 and an insight. Oh, come on. Natural 20.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I love that.
All right, so your perception, you're having trouble keeping up with him because he's just kind of like, he's not trying to get away from you. He's just kind of looking around and darting from room to room. And as you kind of gingerly follow behind him, he kind of makes it up the stairs before you. But with that natural 20 on an insight check, by the time you get to the top floor, or really the ground floor, where you guys have your sort of receiving hall, kind of like a throne room, although you've had the thrones kind of removed or moved somewhere else, and now there are 6 very nice chairs that sort of are side by side facing the main entrance hallway. And above that area is the huge skeleton of the dragon Mistaviclaz that you guys kind of inherited with the castle. And Tolliver is just standing there in awe, staring up at this ancient red dragon's corpse hanging from wires and ropes in the rafters above your throne room. Oh, mate, it would have been so great to see that beast brought down. Was that you?
No. We inherited that.
No, we just killed a black dragon, that's all.
Yeah.
Right, well, you've certainly got a
I
few...
was there when we got here.
You certainly got a few dragon corpses under your belt in that case, don't you?
I suppose you could say
Makes
that.
one wonder why you tolerate the little fella hanging about the joint. He might feel a little uncomfortable being in the presence of such legendary dragon slayers.
All right.
I'm not there to hear that, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all coming up the stairs by this point.
All right. Yeah,
All right.
you do see several
Who might you
members.
mean by the little fella.
Find the head steward.
Yeah, you do find the major domo of your house that you hired from Highstell, as well as many of the housing staff. The first couple of people you see are a pair of halflings, look like to be in maybe their mid-20s, 30s, dressed in kind of servant clothing, very simple garb, and they're kind of looks like they're moving from one room to another ahead of you, carrying linens or dustpan, things like that. It looks like there's a little bit of foot traffic in your castle of your housing staff, of which there are about 10 people that work for you.
Okay.
Yep.
So we get them, and it's like, okay, well, we're back.
Sir Kravish,
where's the major?
you're home.
Yes, we're home. Sorry, it's an unannounced arrival.
Oh no, not at all. It's your place. I'm very glad to see you and the rest of the Crown Collectors. Will you be dining this evening in the house?
Yes, we will. Tell me, where is the where's the whatever our major domo's name is? Insert name here.
His name is Clyde. He's very eager to meet you. We've all been working tirelessly to bring your house to the standards that you expect. I'll fetch Clyde this instant. And she
Thank you.
She toddles off down the hallway and around a corner out of view.
Psychically, I will ask, do we owe them anything?
I believe you paid them a huge lump sum to work for like a year, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
We're good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Obviously, they don't cover things like further expenses like new food, and so occasionally I'm going to exact a price from you guys or a cost from you guys, but I'm not going to make that like a major roleplay moment.
Gotcha.
After a few minutes of you guys kind of just wandering around the main hall, you see a very stout dwarf, broad shoulders, he's very tall for a dwarf, maybe about 4.5 feet tall, flat head, very round nose, and he just has a extremely well manicured, bushy, swept mustache with a straight brown beard with little streaks of blonde that run down it. And he's kind of in what looks like he's not in a tuxedo, but he's kind of wearing a very nice day suit, something without tails, something he can get around in. He wouldn't mind cleaning something in it if he was wearing it. And with just a very broad smile across his face, he in little squinty eyes, he just approaches you all. Wow! It's the Crown Collectors home from their journeys. Welcome home, all. Welcome to Stonehelm Keep. I am Clyde, your major domo. I am here to facilitate your day-to-day needs in the keep. Should you require anything, food, any kind of furniture, or if you have something in the schedule to prepare, I am in charge of all calendar events. Now that our proper introductions are out of the way, what can I do to make your day even more pleasant than I'm sure it already is?
Well, first off, well met. You said Kyle?
Clyde.
Clyde. Yep. Okay, well met, Clyde.
Well met to you, Sir Kravish.
Obviously, we are very tired after a long journey. We do require some baths and some clean clothing brought out for each of us. We will be having an extra person for supper this evening. This is one Captain Tolliver.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance,
sir. And also an update on goings on since we depart. By the way, how long has it been since we've departed? Our adventure we've kind of lost track of time.
Well, the last time that you were all here, I think, was somewhere in the realm of a little over a month ago. Yeah, we kind of lost track of you. Not sure what happened. But you're here now, and yeah, we can definitely arrange for dinner tonight. And you see him clap just above his hands, and 4 or 5 servants of different races sort of explode out of a side chamber room, and he just sort of turns to all of them. Ready baths for the masters, and ready the kitchens for dinner tonight. They're going to be eating here as per the usual. And yeah, they just kind of erupt into activity. It looks like a couple of them approach you gingerly, kind of give you a physical, is it okay if I approach you kind of gesture, and they remove your outer layers. It's definitely warmer in here than it was in the outskirts of where the portal was. But it's chilly. There's a little bit of a chill in the air. It's a big hall. It's difficult to keep every square inch of this place really, really warm, of course.
Sure.
But yeah, right, they kind of take your things and, direct you like, I'm taking your stuff up to your tower, whether you follow me or not, kind of a thing.
Okay. And so, first item, as we came up through the basement, we noticed a prisoner in the dungeons. We don't recall putting anyone in there before we left, so mind filling us in on who he is and why he's there?
Ah, yes. Well, ever since your presence here has been known, the old keep on the hill is much to talk about in Highstale, and unfortunately, with renovations comes opportunity for thievery. And we happened to catch a thief trying to break into one of your tower rooms, and fortunately it was before we had a chance to really outfit it with any of the modern amenities that are there now. That was about maybe a week ago. We were able to subdue him and quarantine him in the cell block until such a time that the local sheriff from Highstale sees convenient enough to come and retrieve him for his crimes.
Trying to steal.
Any idea on when his earliest convenience shall be?
That should be any day now. I wrote a letter when we imprisoned him, and just so you're aware, we do not treat our prisoners in Highstale with disrespect. Magnus is fed 3 times a day, his bucket is emptied daily, and he's allowed to sleep as long as he likes.
What was he trying to steal?
Well, he wasn't really specific on his intention, and he didn't really feel the need to divulge any information. We are not interrogators. We leave that to the local sheriff of Highsdale.
I get that. He was saying that he was trying to steal something from us that doesn't belong to us. So we were just wondering where he was caught, what you might have thought he was trying to steal.
Well, I'm not exactly sure. He was trying to break into the Chamber 2 of the southwest corner of the keep, and they found him at a locked door trying to break into it, and that's when we apprehended him.
The door. Psychically, the door we can't get into, I'm guessing.
No. Not that door.
No.
He was he was trying to break into Chamber 2.
Chamber 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Did we assign rooms? And I forgot which ones were which.
I don't think we'd assigned rooms yet.
Okay. We would have had to have done it, but that will make a difference.
Yeah.
We might want to give that room a more once over to see if maybe we missed something.
If it's Yuno's room, we should all thank God the whole building's still standing.
Accurate.
Yeah. I will say that the staff were aware that the war room was booby-trapped, or as it was put to them when you guys were hiring people, stay out of the war room. It means certain death for anybody who enters. And so you will find that the war room is not as nicely outfitted or cleaned as the rest of them.
Okay. What was in Chamber 2 when we first took this place over?
Okay. It was basically just... Yeah, let me...
Which of the...
wait, I don't have to go that far up.
The bad guy's room was that?
Okay, so as far as the breakers, you didn't really know which room was which. You got the feeling that Tower 1...
Right, but we could...
What's that?
We could deduce by, what was in there, kind of... Each of the breakers kind of had their own thing.
Yeah, I'll say that pretty sure that Tower 1 belongs to Tor. Let's see here. Chamber 2 could have been Castellan. It could have been it wasn't the female rogue that they had.
She died real quick.
She was pretty fast. So it could have been Castellan's room. The only one you know for sure that belonged to somebody was Chamber 1, and that was Tor. He was the leader. He had a really nice big bed and a Goliath. But what you saw carved on the underside of a wooden table, because I do believe that Kravish searched this room pretty well, found something carved into the wooden table of Chamber 2 that looked like this.
I thought that was in the war room.
No. That was in Chamber 2, one of the bedrooms.
Okay. And I don't think any of us recognized that symbol at the time.
No, and you don't now. Although you don't recognize what it means, but you and nobody else knows Thieves' Cant. You definitely can tell it's some kind of local, inside code dialect of Thieves' Cant.
Okay.
You're not sure what it represents.
Okay.
And he only knew Kravish's name, not any of the rest of our names, right?
Who's that?
Excuse me. The Magnus, the prisoner guy. Really didn't say anybody else.
He knew us as the Crown Collectors. He didn't know my name.
Yeah, he didn't use Kravish's name. He just knows who owns the house.
Okay. Gotcha. Interesting.
Are we up in Chamber 2 now?
You can be.
It's
your house.
Okay. Okay. Well, can I make a more in-depth investigation of the place? Make sure I didn't miss anything the first time around.
Sure. Yeah, give me an investigation check.
All right, I will guidance myself and psychic knack if I need to. Investigation. All right, 18 plus.
Pretty good.
Plus a D4. So a dirty 21, and I can do another D8 if that's not high enough.
21. It's not about being high enough. It's just about what you get out of this room. So if you want to maximize your investigation, go ahead.
Okay. I will do that then.
Ooh, nice.
29.
29. That's really high. Okay. As you all traverse your keep, you notice that there are... there's been repairs done to like the side of the wood pillars that keep the second floor aloft. There has been banners that have been purchased, at a modest price, but definitely enough to give this place some life, some flair, some flavor. For now, they all look like solid color banners. They're hanging from the rafters. They're draped across windows. There's definitely curtains and some paint has been applied to a few of the walls that look like they've got some cracking going on. So the place definitely looks cleaned up and renovated and ready for you guys to actually live here. The chamber themselves, the first floor of these chambers where they say chamber and not tower, is itself a bedroom. It looks like each room has what looks like a queen-sized hay-filled mattress, which for this period of time is pretty good. There's a warm hearth. It looks like all of the fires in this part of the keep are all out, and perhaps not necessarily on all the time. You've got a bookcase, you've got a chair, you've got a desk, and a small staircase in the corner of the room next to the hearth that leads to the tower. Chamber 2, where you found that inscription on the table, it wasn't so much a table as it was like a rope spool that's on its side. That has been moved and cleared out. That is no longer here. But with a 29, you find that where it was, there's kind of the stone tile is placed in it a little different. It's almost like there's a small gap around the tile that the other tiles don't necessarily have.
Okay. I'll take out one of my daggers and kind of pry it under in the gap and kind of pry the tile up.
The tile is about 3 feet wide, square, and about 3 inches thick, so it's heavy.
Okay. Axton, you got something a little bigger to kind of lever this up?
I'm just going to cast Reduce on the tile and make it smaller.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Smarter, not harder, right?
Okay, the tile shrinks instantly and falls 3 feet down and smashes a wood box.
Oh, boy.
You reduced it to about 50 pounds, and it fell about 3 feet straight onto a wooden box and shattered it.
50 pounds?
Well, it's 3 to 4 inches thick at 5 feet, because each of those tiles. Well, I wouldn't say takes that all. It's about 3 by 3, 4 inches thick. That's pretty damn heavy. If he reduces it to a foot by a foot, all right, maybe 25 pounds, but it still falls straight down 3 feet and smashes a wood box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 feet down, and how big is this hole?
Maybe 2 feet across, 2 by 2 across, 3 feet deep.
So it's reduced to 1/8 its weight.
Okay. All right. Hold on. I'm gonna get there. What can I use? My tools.
God damn it! I gotta use math.
No, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to calculate it because I'm lazy. How heavy would a granite tile that is 3 feet by 3 feet and 4 inches thick? It's going to be like, I don't know how heavy granite is.
You said 3 inches. Don't add that extra
I'm
inch
adding it. Listen, I'm a guy. We always add an extra inch. All right.
Wow. So then this is really 2 inches.
3 by 3, 4 inches thick would weigh approximately 170 pounds. Okay.
Jeez.
20 pounds.
21 and a quarter. Okay, yeah. So dropping 3 feet, 20 pounds flat onto a wooden box. Yeah, it smashed it. Definitely crunched it. But you don't necessarily know that. All you hear is it shrinks, falls, and you hear a.
Okay, so 3 feet down, like if I crawl onto my stomach and then reach into there, I can grab probably what's at the bottom of it.
Well, yeah. You'd have to move the tile because it fell straight on top of it.
Sure, I move the tile and look to see what's underneath it. If there's anything left.
Well, there is, technically. What you find is a rolled up piece of parchment.
Which is now flat.
Yeah, there's a couple tears in it. But what you see, and unfortunately, I'm not at the computer that has this image. I will post it on Monday when I get back to work. It's on my work computer.
Okay.
You find a map of what looks like an island, hand-sketched. There are various landmarks written on it, and what looks like the name of the island is called Grimtide Reef. Or no, Grimtide Reef is something that you guys would probably know as a place in the southern part of Valandiir, and this is an island within Grimtide Reef. It's quite interesting. There are several places of interest. There's what looks like bastions on either side of an entry port, and it's all very hastily scribbled. It's not a whole lot of artistry to it, which means there's not a whole lot of definition. You do see something that looks like a handwritten skull that's been crossed out somewhere on the island. There's another little bit about it looks like a house at the far northwestern edge beach of the island that says something about Captain Vidar. There's a little trees kind of dotting the central and northern section just below a mountain range, and there's a little triangle there there's an arrow that just points to this triangle, and it says Ziggurat ?
Oh, hey. All right, I have gingerly taken this out of the hole and kind of laid it out on. Is there a table in here?
Oh yeah.
Okay, laid it out on the table for all to see.
Yeah, and it looks like there's a piece of the map at the bottom that...
Except Tulliver.
Huh?
Except, I lay it out for all to see except Tulliver, if he's in the room.
No, he's actually kind of... Tulliver kind of broke off and kept himself entertained until dinner by finding the kitchen and helping himself to a large mug of ale at a table. With his 29 insight... Koza definitely gets the feeling that Tolliver probably is wealthy and doesn't need to steal from you. That's just the kind of body language he was giving off. He wasn't like Case. He didn't look like he was looking around and casing the joint. He was honestly in awe, and you do find him occasionally sort of strolling the halls, looking up at the large portrait of the storm giant that you guys have left there. But yeah, so... at the bottom of this map, there is a section about maybe 2 inches by 7 inches long that looks like it's been torn away. Other than that, it makes kind of a perfectly rectangular piece of parchment with like frayed edges and stuff, of course, but this piece definitely looks like it's been torn away.
Don't we have a piece of a map?
I think we do have a torn piece of parchment. I can't recall as to what.
Yeah, it was like a lake, though. God, that was way back.
Yeah.
Okay, so this must have been what he was going after. I mean, with my investigation check, did I find anything else in the room?
Yeah, there is a pouch in the box. It doesn't look too badly damaged.
Oh, okay. I'll grab the pouch.
Yeah, it's got a clingy sound.
Is what? A clingy
sound?
sound?
A clinking sound.
Okay, I'll open it up.
All right. It was trapped, so I need you to make a con save.
Oh, damn it. The stone falling on it didn't... No. Okay.
Well, as you open the pouch, you notice that there was like a little fishing wire string, because the pouch is like a leather pouch. It's cinched with a string, and you notice that as you pulled it open, there was a little fishing line that connected one side of the pouch to the other. And as you pulled it out, it snapped, and this green dust shot right into your face. Actually, you don't need to make a con save. Sorry, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on, just 1 second. You don't have to do anything. I have to do stuff.
Oh no.
You just died.
All right.
Good. I have a few backup characters. Man, I cannot find that piece of paper.
Okay. I need 8d8.
What?
What did you do?
Okay, how many
Good thing,
Holy-
Baranor.
how many hit points you got?
Lord.
How many hit points do you have, Baranor?
Plenty. 75.
Okay. So what happens is this dust hits your face, and you all watch Baranor's eyes kind of loll and roll into his head. Baranor, you can feel your knees weakening and buckling, and you just brush it off. And yeah, you just withstood let me see here.
Sleep.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I missed another one. 1d8. So 43 plus 1. So, okay. You withstood a 3rd level sleep spell.
Okay.
And as... yeah, it tastes bad. I'll take that from you at the very least. You open the pouch, and you find 75 platinum.
Ooh.
You find a gold ring with a blue jewel.
Ooh.
You find a locket with a human female's picture in it.
Okay.
She's very pretty.
Is she pretty?
She's very pretty. And you find a small note written in common. It is written in ink, but there are stains. It looks like something was dripped onto it and smeared the ink at the bottom. And it is a note to Marius. I know you've rejoined the group. You've done this against my wishes. I will never speak to you again. Do not come home. And then there's what looks like a signature at the bottom, but like I said, something was dripped onto it, which has made the ink run, and it's illegible.
Ears.
Ooh, someone's in trouble.
Marius Magnus, maybe?
Have we ever heard the name Marius before?
It's one of the breakers, isn't it?
Was it? I don't remember.
You've never heard that name uttered about anybody in the Breakers. No, you've never heard that.
Okay.
Is the name pretty clear, or is that smudged as well?
No, it's written in a very fine script. It's easily legible. It's just the bottom of the note that's smeared.
Okay, so it's Marius, Marius.
Yes.
Okay. Maeven, are you accepting coin again, or?
What do you mean?
Well, you weren't like collecting coin for the longest time because you were.
I still have a whole bunch of money, but I'll take
something
some.
tells me we're going to need a good chunk of that to build a nice stone stable
with a big giant fire pit in it.
Okay. I was just wondering if we would need to divide 75 by 6 or by 5. So.
I mean, we could divide it, but just add another cut for the party fund.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Let me figure out an even number here. Then hang on.
So if you'd be dividing it by 6.
Right. That would get it 12.5 though. So let's go.
Everybody take 12 and throw the extra little bit into the party fund.
It'll be 6.
I was thinking everybody take 10. And then 15 goes to the party fund.
So we'll do that.
Okay.
That makes sense. Look with your knowledge
So the
and
party treasure is note an extra 15 platinum in the party fund.
Yes. Is there anything special to this ring?
Pulls a magic 8-ball out and goes.
The 8 ball.
Try again.
Please ask again.
I'll cast detect
Fuzzy.
magic.
Please ask again.
Yeah.
There is a very faint magical aura. It is an evocation magic. but it's very, very, very faint. It's not. It doesn't seem to be enchanted with a very powerful spell.
Okay.
Try licking it, Bearnor.
Try licking it? No. What do I look like? What do I look like? Angnar? Too soon?
Never too soon for Angnar jokes.
Okay.
I love a good Angnar joke.
Okay. I mean,
we can identify it if we want to.
Yeah.
I think he has all 3 charges of that wand back because you slept after you checked out that rock, I think.
Yes.
Cast identify. Why not?
Yeah, it's a light spell.
Just a light spell?
It's just a light spell. You can push the gem and it emits bright light in a 20-foot radius.
Okay. Is it attunable or attune needed?
Does not require attunement.
Okay. I put it on.
Yeah, well, who here doesn't have dark?
Yeah, shouldn't somebody without dark vision have
Fine.
It's a little flashlight.
Give it a bear. Give it to an Axton.
Yeah, that could be useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Give it to Axton.
Axton, I beseech you this ring.
Bequeath.
Bequeath? What's beseech?
Means to plead.
Begging.
Take away.
I beseech you, don't stab me in the face.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I giveth you this thy whatever.
Because
ring.
because
Take the
Dolphin
damn
is
ring.
my birthday.
Take it. It's for you.
It's not a marriage proposal, damn it.
Just take the damn ring.
A lot of pressure.
Are you
A lot
sure?
of pressure here.
Well, those two have had some long watches together.
All right, Axton, do you put on the ring?
Are we sure it's not cursed or anything, guys?
No, he did not detect a
I mean-
curse.
Well, I identified. It
Oh
doesn't.
yeah, that's right. We don't know.
The DM is being nice. Calm down.
Okay.
No one is going to put a curse on a cantrip ring. Let's all be clear. It's
Seems
not an
weird.
elaborate purpose.
Famous. Last.
You know what? Just for that, he's gonna put the next item we get. He's gonna make it cursed, just because you said
Super
that.
cursed.
So now we gotta watch. Now we gotta watch our asses.
Axton will forever glow.
No, I'm gonna put a proximity curse of Finger of Death on 1 coin in your next loot hoard. You won't know which one it is.
There could be worse.
All right, so he gives you the ring. Do you put it on?
Sure, I'll put it on.
Okay. It magically changes size to fit either over your gauntlet fingers or fit your finger under your glove. So it looks like it fits either way.
It'll be under my glove.
Okay. All right, you have a ring on.
And it just matches your
Yeah.
eyes so beautifully.
You have to activate. You have to push the gem with your finger to activate the spell, and it's once a day.
Cool. I try it out.
You try it out. All right. All of you notice like he's kind of got his. Some of you he's got his back to you. Some of you are next to him. He pushes the ring, and it doesn't get any brighter for any of you. Although when he turns around, you notice that his eyes are bright white. And now...
So they're like flashlight eyes?
No, not necessarily. This light spell works for Axton.
Oh, so he can see light, but no one else can?
Nice.
That's kind of cool.
Very stealthy.
I turn around and I'm like, I'm blind! I'm blind!
It's like night vision goggles.
Yeah, pretty much.
Except they're...
Yeah. So you guys kind of are milling around in this room. The staff...
Is there anything else in that hole?
No, that was it. That was all that was in the smashed up box. And now you have a hole in your room.
Yeah. And there's a locket.
Yeah, there's
somebody.
it's a silver locket with someone's little painted portrait inside of it. The locket's kind of big. It's about 1.5 inches by 1 inch oval. It's got a little carved silver clasped front. Simple silver chain. It looks a little tarnished. Doesn't seem, and it didn't light up when threw up detect magic. Yeah, and it just has an attractive brown hair, brown eyed female. Not exactly sure if it's a human or an elf, as you can't see their ears.
Sure. I'm guessing this is what Magnus was searching for, though.
There's like a
Possibility.
treasure map, right?
There's what?
I'll take the note and the locket.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine. You have it now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, as you
Shall we go talk to him again, or
yeah, you can.
Okay.
You make your way back down to the prison cell. The Everlights seem to come to illumination in the laboratory the closer you get to them, in kind of a proximity sensor kind of a way. You approach the cell, and you see Magnus down there. Looks like he's kind of digging into his fingernail with his other finger, and just kind of peers over his shoulder at you. He's got his hood down. It looks like he's got matted black hair, a little dirt on his face. Definitely fallen on hard times since coming here. And he just kind of looks over his shoulder. What do you want?
The question was more, what did you want?
What do you mean? Oh, your questions are boring.
Like, what led you here in the first place? You mentioned you were trying to take something that wasn't ours. I would appreciate if you would elucidate on that.
And why should I tell you anything? Swine! You killed my friends.
You know, anything to help, any nice words from me could keep your head off the block.
They don't kill people for stealing in Highstale. I'll spend some time in prison and eventually get out and continue on my way. Why should I tell you anything?
While I'm talking, I'm going to go ahead and cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay. Surface level?
How long can people hold their breath?
Yeah, we're going to start off with surface level.
Psychically, I'll say to the group, I'm wondering, his friends, I'm guessing the Breakers were his friends.
Yeah, so I'm assuming by friends, I'm assuming you meant the Breakers.
They lived here not too long ago. When I heard they were slain, I came for what was mine. Castellan had it in his room. That is all I will tell you.
Oh, okay. By the way, it's Magnus, right? Not Marius?
Marius was Castellan's name.
Cha-ching!
Oh, okay.
And by the way, that's what you got from Detect Thoughts. You didn't get that from him.
Okay.
Oh, from him?
And that's as deep as I'm willing to let you go without making a roll.
Okay. So, and now this is me talking to him as I'm just staying here standing on surface to see if I can be able to kind of poke something. It's like, and so how long did you and Marius know each other?
The surface level thoughts get very agitated, very annoyed, very impatient, and you get the feeling that he's running out of ways to stop talking to. Like he's running out of things to say that he is willing to offer up. He doesn't answer you. He just kind of rolls over on his shoulder and just says, "Ugh, adventurers."
Yeah. So. Sounds like you did know him. He must have had himself a family. Maybe a special someone?
I don't care about his family. I care for retrieving what was mine. Now leave me in peace.
As as he says what was mine, I kind of reach out of my pocket and I kind of pull out a locket. Say, just out of curiosity, as we were kind of renovating and such, I found this just kind of laying about. You wouldn't happen to know anything about this, would you?
And then he's not going to answer you, but how long does Detect Thoughts last anyway?
Oh, minute.
Okay, so you're still within that minute. It's about to run out. Yeah, you get the surface thought of unrecognizableness, not unfamiliarity with the locket. He doesn't seem to recognize it. And he just kind of looks at it and he goes, "Yes, that is my locket. Give it here. It's sentimental."
Maybe later. We have to verify such things of course.
How do we feel about torture? Because I'm pretty sure I can make this guy tell us anything we want to know.
Now, come on. We're supposed to be the good guys.
Just saying.
We're relaying this all through me psychically, so it's not out loud.
Right.
Yeah. You're in session content there, Steph.
Yeah, y'all are.
Actually,
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll change it over.
I'm just saying.
Psychically,
questions.
psychically, I'll say that. Psychically, I'll say that I think he's referring to them.
Okay, yeah, now we lost you.
I said psychically, I think he's referring to the map.
Okay.
If he doesn't if he doesn't actually recognize the locket, then the map is probably what he's looking for.
Yeah. Okay. Well, sorry you weren't able to give me anything meaningful. So, hey, seen any good maps lately?
And just as your detect thought spell, just as it's ready to drop, you get this hint, this razor's edge emotion of, oh shit. And then your spell dissipates, and he doesn't answer you, he doesn't look at you. You just hear him kind of do a very slight
insight check.
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
13.
I mean, he seems outwardly annoyed by like 10% more than he was before. That's about all you get.
No worry. We got plenty. What's one more?
It's about this moment that Kravish, and really all of you hear a message in your head. Good evening, masters of the Crown Collectors. It is I, Clyde. I wished to make an announcement that dinner is served and your guest is in the dining hall.
All right. I'll just think. Be there momentarily. All right. Well, I guess that's it for today.
There was a name on the map, right?
There's a few things on the map. There was Captain Vidar with an arrow pointing to a house on the far northwestern side of the map. That's kind of the only person's name you saw. There's a bunch of other stuff on there. I should have had it ready. I apologize. I'll have it for you on Monday.
No. You're fine. Okay.
Can I look at the map when I'm ready if anything lights up?
Oh, nothing lights up like there's a hidden message.
Okay. As we're about to get going, I'll be like, come on, Kravish, we gotta go meet up with, we gotta go see Vidar.
And you're walking away?
Okay. And I'm back.
Yep.
Yeah.
You hear Magnus kind of giggle to himself. Yes. You go meet up with the Captain Vidar.
I stopped and I turned and it's like, we never gave a rank.
You have fun now.
Okay.
Yeah, you do too.
Come on, Kravish. That's all we really needed to know.
As you guys kind of traverse up the steps, you can smell a savory aroma on the air the closer you get to the ground floor. You ascend the steps.
We make sure to lock the door.
Oh yeah, yeah. It kind of auto locks on its way out. It's one of those things you don't want to be the only one in there and close the door unless you've got a key. It's like a cop car door.
Sure.
But you approach the top floor. You see the evening staff dressing the dining room table. It's a beautiful long oak table, spared no expense. And there at the end, just next to the head of the table, is Captain Tolliver. It looks like he's pouring a pitcher of ale into a large tankard. And he just sort of looks at you and says, well, did you have a little bit of a fun journey throughout the keep? I got to tell you got a nice place you got here.
I know, really? Right?
Well, come on, take a seat. They're about to bring out dinner, so they tell me, and we'll regale yourselves proper with tales of our journeys.
All right.
And as you all sit around the table and
each take our
who's going to sit at the table, at the head of the table? That's what I want to know.
I'd say it probably should be our knighted.
Yeah, I think the most decorated of us should sit at the head.
See, this is why we need a round table, guys.
Do you know who sits at the round?
I'll sit at the head.
Do you know which knights? Do you know which knight sits at the round table?
No, it's the knight that came. It's the knight that came up with the round table.
I hate both of you.
Well, as you sit at your rectangular table with Kravish taking his seat, they lay down a plate of what looks like sliced brisket beef and vegetables, and you all begin to tuck into your meal, and that is where we're going to end the session today.
All right.
All right. Fun times.
All righty. So, all of you are out of the fire plane, out of the Fae, out of that arc. You all find yourselves in kind of an open world scenario here. You have a lot of threads that you can pull on, a lot of avenues you can go down. So take some time over these 2 weeks and think about what is at your disposal. I am going to put a post in the chat at some point between now and next weekend that is going to highlight all of the loose threads that you guys have acquired, just to kind of brush everybody up on things that have happened that maybe you haven't resolved or maybe you haven't investigated, to give you guys kind of a list of things that you could check out if you wish. All right?
Okay.
We are looking at February 24th as our next session. It's not going to be downtime, although we are probably going to have a downtime session coming up soon. We're going to let you guys kind of group together and figure out what you want to do moving forward and make those plans, and then maybe we'll have a preparation downtime session for that after. So the 24th at 2 to 6 as per the usual. Thanks to everybody for showing up, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
All right.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.